tonight in Atlanta. It's the regional finals as the Oklahoma Sooners try to force a Game 7 in this regional against the 2-0 number 2 seed Yellowjackets of Georgia Tech, looking for their first super regional appearance in a generation. Last night, Vaughn Lackey and Parker Brocious helped to lead the way for the Yellowjackets in a 9-3 victory over Oklahoma to put them 2-0 in a regional for the first time since 2010. Here is our bracket. Here is what's at stake. If Georgia Tech wins, they will host a super regional next weekend and be one step from Omaha. If Oklahoma wins, a winner-take-all game here in Atlanta tomorrow night. And we welcome you into the McNeese Baseball Park here on the campus of the Georgia Institute of Technology. With Gabby Sanchez, I'm Mike Farron. This is what we've been waiting for, the powerful offense of Georgia Tech against the speed and power pitching of Oklahoma.
I mean, just a great game that we were expecting. You get the power from Georgia Tech, 10 home runs so far in the regional. Then all of a sudden you go to the Oklahoma side. It's a chaotic play baseball style. That is what we wanted to see.
Well, and we get to see some of the biggest stars in the country as well. For Georgia Tech, Drew Burris has had a quiet regional, but he is the all-time home run leader in Georgia Tech history and one of the biggest stars in the country. And Vaughn Lackey, their catcher, a top 5 prospect of the draft, the ACC Defensive Player of the Year, has done it with his bat.
Oh, boy, has he done it. Look, coming in, probably a top 5 pick. Right now, I would put him in one of the top 3, maybe 2 or 1, what he's been able to do, because he's been absolutely crushing baseballs. Over 450 feet on both his home runs. It has been fun to watch him do what he does.
We got the full look at Oklahoma's offense in their win over the Citadel earlier today. They call the offense chaos because they like to create it, and we saw both the power and speed element.
Well, we finally saw it. They have been struggling with runners in scoring position, but not today. And it started off with a bang. Jason Walk starts off the game with a lead-off home run, and I think that just got their offense going because we started to see them open up, stealing bases, going first to third, playing that chaotic style of baseball that got them to this point.
Oklahoma looking to force a Game 7 behind that man, Cameron Johnson, one of the hardest throwers in the country. Can Drew Burris and Vaughn Lackey get Georgia Tech to supers? Find out next. The Oklahoma Sooners behind that man, Cameron Johnson, will be the home team here in Atlanta for the regional finals as they get ready to take on a loose bunch of Georgia Tech Yellowjackets, the number 2 overall seed. Here is the Georgia Tech batting order. Weird to highlight the 8-hitter, but Parker Brocious has had a monster tournament so far.
I'll tell you this, for James Ramsey, it's not that bad to have a guy in Parker Brocious hitting 8 for you that's had a regional where he's 4 for 6 with 3 homers and 5 RBIs.
And the start for Oklahoma goes to the man who was their Friday starter to open the year, Cameron Johnson. The junior left-hander who transferred last year from LSU has some of the best stuff in the country.
A big boy on the mound, 6'6", big hands. We shook hands, and I was like, okay, this guy makes a baseball look like a golf ball. It's a tough fastball. It's a sinker. He throws it hard, up to 98, 99 miles an hour. The question is going to be, can he throw enough strikes?
Yeah, Georgia Tech wins. They will host a super regional next week. This varsity team will host a super for the first time in 20 years. Oklahoma trying to force a Game 7. Johnson into the wind, and the first pitch of the regional final is a ball to Carson Kurtz, and we are underway tonight. Overcast, cool, a pleasant evening for baseball, though, as long as the rain holds off. Kurtz 11 homers on the year, and the shortstop takes inside 2-0. Starting the year in the bottom part of the lineup, Kurtz has moved to the top, Gabby, and he has been a real igniter for this Georgia Tech team. Outside, the count 3-0 to Kurtz.
Yeah, he's been a great table setter for Georgia Tech. Where he's able to just command the zone, he will walk. He almost has a 1-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, 30 walks compared to 36 strikeouts.
Inside, ball 4, and he draws a leadoff walk on 4 pitches. And that brings up one of the biggest stars in the Georgia Tech lineup and a guy who is due. It is Drew Burress. Hitless in this tournament, but 4 walks and only 1 strikeout, and that maybe is the most impressive thing.
Yeah, I mean, being patient at the plate, but not really, right? Because if he gets his pitch, he is going to swing, but he has done a really good job of making them come inside the zone.
Top 10 prospect for the draft, according to Kylie McDaniel. That went to the screen. Kearse heads to second. LaChance's throw not in time. Gabby, you said it at the outset. The key for Oklahoma and Cameron Johnson would be throwing strikes, and he's missed on his first 5.
And right now, look, there's a crowd. They're going to be loud. All of a sudden, there's the nerves. There's the adrenaline. And can you control that adrenaline on the mound against a team that you know can hit the baseball a long way?
Chant he's undoubtedly familiar with, like you would have at Texas A&M as the fans start chanting ball 6. The 1-0. It's a strike. And the first of the night for Johnson at 95. It's 1-1. Burress, the slugging center fielder, waits. Takes low, 2-1. Georgia Tech's offense led the nation in runs, batting average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage. They were the best 2-strike hitting team in the nation. They were the best 2-out hitting team in the nation. And that man you saw, Jared Advincula, second in the nation in hitting. And they count 3-1 to Burress.
I would not be surprised if all of a sudden Cam Johnson throws another ball and we see Skip Johnson making his way to the mound.
Already some action in the Oklahoma bullpen. 3-1. Burress in the air, deep to left center field. 2-0 Yellowjackets. Career homer number 59 for the captain gives Georgia Tech an early 2-0 lead.
Well, Mike, you said he was due, and on a 3-1 count, boy, he didn't miss a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Oh, man.
Jared Advincula hits. And squares to bunt and takes inside.
Now remember, Cam Johnson's been spraying this ball, but he was ready for one pitch and one pitch alone. The fastball gets the bat head out in front. That was 112 miles an hour off the bat of Drew Burress.
397-foot homer and a 55-footer from Johnson. It's 2-0.
Boy, talk about a no-doubter. As soon as it leaves the bat, it cleared everything.
This is a confident Georgia Tech team. They know that history has not been on their side for 2 decades, and Advincula has to wear one at 96. And now he is a little bit gimpy going to first, and Skip Johnson out of the dugout, the head coach for Oklahoma. Dayton Toki in his face, and Cam Johnson encouraging him, and that's it for Cameron Johnson. Just 12 pitches into the game, the opening day starter for Oklahoma is out of the regional finals. A pitching change here in the first. Johnson walking off the mound well in front of his head coach. After he does not retire any of the first 3 batters. Jackson Cleveland out of the bullpen for Oklahoma with nobody out in the first and 2 runs home, and he faces Vaughn Lackey, who takes a strike. 0-1. Cameron Johnson, just 12 pitches thrown. missed the strike zone with all but 2, and one of those was launched for a 2-run homer. And Johnson out of the game and turning things over to the senior transfer from Miami, Jackson Cleveland, who misses low in the count 1-1. Cleveland, who started his career at Lamar, went to North Central Texas College as a two-way player, was a huge part of Miami's run to a super regional final a year ago. And he's ahead of Von Lackey 1-2.
And that's the pitch there that's going to be the equalizer. He's got a big 12-6 curveball. Does have a good fastball, 90 to 95. He'll throw a changeup. He also has a slider.
Snap throw to first, and diving back is the Vincula. And called strike 3 as Lackey is out number 1 here in the first. Lackey, you can see him saying, I thought that was off, but Brian Marine, our home plate umpire, said it was a strike.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that off. No, it wasn't.
It's a pretty good pitch.
It's a really good pitch. It's just LeChance was kind of standing up to maybe make a throw, and that's the only thing that I think maybe messed him up.
Ryan Zuckerman takes a strike, gets 0-1, leading home run hitter for Georgia Tech. He is a transfer from Pitt. He spent 2 years as the starting third baseman for the Panthers. And Vincula at first, 2-0 Yellowjackets. That one outside of the count 1-1. All right, so Cameron Johnson out of the game before retiring a batter. You already have had to come through the loser's bracket. How do you cover 27 outs? It feels like it's going to be one of the real keys for Oklahoma today.
Somebody has to step up. So in these type of situations, there's always one pitcher that all of a sudden does something extra. Who knows who it's going to be? It could be Jackson Cleveland, who's going to come in. Had to probably come in a lot earlier than he thought because of what happened with Cam Johnson, unfortunately. But somebody is going to have to step up in that Sooners bullpen.
And really, it's not just covering 27. If you win today, it's having to cover tomorrow too. But they absolutely, this is a must-win for them. Georgia Tech has a game to play with. Oklahoma does not after the loss last night.
Yeah, I think for Skip Johnson's basically going to be, I'm going to throw one guy out there, and if he's giving me quality pitches and he's getting outs, I'm going to roll with him. And then once I see, okay, they figured him out, you have to go to the next guy.
Vincula at first. Leading base stealer for Georgia Tech this year, 16 of 18 in stolen base attempts. A solid lead. The 2-2. Down low, and the count is full to Zuckerman. Zuckerman has power, but also a ton of strikeouts. 83 of them on the season. Just his strap on his wrist, and we're ready to go. 3-2 the count. 2-0 Georgia Tech in the first. Foul back.
For Jackson Cleveland, he has gone 3 1/3. That's his longest outing so far this year. He did that back against Texas A&M on March 15th. He had another outing where he did throw 3 innings as well. So that's going to give you some length. It's going to be, can he give you a little bit more than that?
Runner goes, a 3-2, ball 4, and Zuckerman reaches. There are no breaks in this Georgia Tech lineup. The leading home run hitter reaches, and the man who's knocked in 11 runs through the first 2 games of regionals in Alex Hernandez bats. Last year's ACC Freshman of the Year, a 3-homer performance in their dismantling of UIC in the opening of the regionals, 22-5. Runners get their lead at first and second. The first pitch to Hernandez. Outside, 1-0. Alex Hernandez against UIC. A 3-run shot. This grand slam literally off the light pole. And an opposite field 2-run blast to Gebby. He nearly missed a 4th, too.
He didn't miss a ball in that ball game. Even in the last one that he played against Oklahoma, he got himself a nice base hit and 2 RBIs. Had 2 hits in that ball game as well.
And they've been very selective so far. Through 25 pitches, just 3 total swings for Georgia Tech, including that 2-run homer by Burris. A tapper back to the mound. Cleveland to second for 1. On to first, and a huge double play gets Oklahoma out of the first. But Drew Burris gives them the lead. A massive 2-run homer to straightaway left. Georgia Tech 2, Oklahoma coming to bat. Pitcher's best friend's a double play, Gabby, even if you're helping your own cause.
That means it's even more of your best friend. And look at how he makes this play. Not only that, where he sets up his feet to the side of the mound, perfectly thrown to second base for the double play. That is very nicely done. PFP's at its perfection right there.
And it got them out of a big jam in the first inning, holding Georgia Tech to a pair of runs. And here is Oklahoma's lineup. Trey Gamble back at the DH role, and he's had a nice regional.
Yeah, Trey Gamble has been doing very nicely here. 3 for 10, hitting 300 with a home run, a double. Has himself 5 RBIs. There's other guys too. Jackson Willett has himself a nice little regional.
The starting pitcher for Georgia Tech has been their Sunday starter this year, Jackson Blakely, the sophomore, and the numbers are eye-popping even if he doesn't go particularly deep into games.
The biggest thing, too, for Blakely is what he's able to do on the mound. He's not going to really walk anybody. Only a 6-7% walk rate. So he goes right after hitters. It's 3 different styles of fastball. Has a cutter, a 4-seam fastball, and a sinker.
Jason Walk takes a breaking ball strike. 0-1. Walk homered to lead off OU's 15-5 win over the Citadel earlier today to get into this game. Pitch outside, the count 1-1. Walk extremely fast. 3 infielders to the right for the speedster. 2-1.
Yeah, we were talking to Skip Johnson, who talked about fast, and he was telling us, yeah, he's consistently about a 3.8, 3.9 down that first base line.
Okay, so 3.9 from the left side is top of the scale. That's what scouts would consider an 80. So that makes him like one of the fastest men alive, right?
Right. That's like if you talk about the elite base runners in baseball and the fast guys, you're mentioning Jason Walk. Like that's how fast he is.
2-2, called strike 3, and the leadoff man gone in the Oklahoma first.
And this is a good slider down and away, but a really good job too by Von Lackey to basically try to get himself underneath that ball and bring it back into the strike zone.
Looked like it might be off the plate. Remember, our center field camera is just a little bit to the third base side, so it's got a pretty good view. There's going to be some pitches that are going to get called strikes that we may not think of when we look at the replay. Just a reminder at home. Here's Camden Johnson. Johnson showing off his tools. The only one that we haven't quite seen from him this year, or this series from the Wichita State transfer, is the power, but he has massive raw power.
Yeah, he's got power. 8 home runs on the season. We've seen him miss a couple where he's just gotten underneath and sent balls to the walls, but we haven't seen him really put it together.
Bouncer behind first and foul.
Now, we did get to see him run last game against the Citadel. He is very fast. And when we talked to Skip Johnson, too, where we were saying, well, who's faster between Walk and Harris? He was like, you might want to put Cam Johnson in there, too, because he can scoot, and we saw it, and we're like, oh, yeah, no, he can scoot.
Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Blakely to start the bottom of the first. 2 outs. Here is Skip Johnson, 9th season as the head coach at Oklahoma in the regional finals for the 2nd straight year after losing to North Carolina last season, 2022. He was the national runner-up as the head coach at OU, losing to Ole Miss. 2-0 Georgia Tech, and here's Dayton LaChance, the catcher. DH the first game today. Foul back and a breaking ball, it's 0-1. Chance to transfer from McLennan Junior College. He is from Quebec. He played for Skip's son, Tyler Johnson, who was one of the assistants of McLennan, now on staff at Dallas Baptist. That's a connection. An old junior college coach, Skip Johnson, loves the JUCO ranks. Chance bounces and foul on the count 0-2. So far, the exact opposite of what's been the case with Cameron Johnson for Jason Blakely, is just pounding the strike zone.
Well, I think we kind of knew that Blakely, that's the way he throws the baseball. It's just pounding the strike zone and then being able to utilize either the changeup or the slider to get his swings and misses late in the at-bats.
Here's the 0-2. Foul back, an elevated fastball that Chance got a piece of. And he stays alive.
Yeah, now typically you would go back to a slider down. What I like to see from pitchers is when you see a guy like LeChance who just finished swinging at that elevated fastball, you just keep going higher, right, until he doesn't swing. And then once he doesn't swing, that's when you can go ahead and either throw that slider that you like. He also has a curveball that he'll throw to right-handed batters.
The 0-2. Bouncer to third. Zuckerman backs up. Strong throw across and a 1-2-3 first for Jackson Blakely. To the second, 2-0 Georgia Tech. 2-0 Georgia Tech as we start the second inning. Sellout crowd here today at McNeese Baseball Park. Russ Chandler Stadium, Midtown Atlanta. That's Georgia Tech, 20 years since their last Omaha trip, and in his first year, James Ramsey, their head coach, the ACC Coach of the Year, trying to help him get back to a place that he went to as a player in 2012 when he was the ACC Player of the Year at Florida State. Not a bad roster to have in your first year on a job. Kent Schmidt, last year's ACC batting champion, transfer last year from Georgia Southern, takes ball one high. And pre-game, his son Brogan and his daughter Reese, James Ramsey's kids, playing around with Jaron Advincula. The players on the Georgia Tech team certainly seem to love his kids. They are really kind to him.
We were here just watching as every single player was going around to those two kids, and it was either a hug, a high five, a messing around. They have a lot of fun with those kids.
2-0 the count for Schmidt as he drives one deep down the right field line, hooking in the corner and going foul. At home run distance, hit it hard, but just hooked it foul. Power not really Schmidt's game. There are his kids. James Ramsey's young family. Ramsey taking over for the retired Danny Hall.
Oh, look, he's signing autographs.
Pointing out, he's like, see, that's where, now see, that was up. It was a fastball up, and so now I'm working to see if he's going to go breaking ball down. That's what he is. He's very advanced.
He's extremely advanced.
He's giving Matt Taylor thoughts on how to call pitches. Here's the 2-1. 2-2. Jackson Cleveland got out of a first inning jam by starting a nifty 1-4-3 double play. Veteran reliever who relieved Cam Johnson after just 12 pitches. Trying to keep OU in this game against the powerful Georgia Tech offense. And gets Kent Schmidt on strikes, one out. So far, so good for Jackson Cleveland.
Yeah, we talked about it too, that right now, Skip Johnson is looking for somebody to take that next step, somebody to step up to see how long they can possibly go. Jackson Cleveland looking pretty good right now on the mound, utilizing his 4 different pitches.
Parker Brocious might be the most popular man in Atlanta. As he fouls the first one away, you can hear the fans every at-bat chanting Parker Brocious, 3 home runs of this regional, including the go-ahead 2-run shot yesterday. And a curtain call for all 3 of his home runs. He's been with this program for 4 years. He has seen them ascend to the top of the sport. And the count 1-1. Parker Brocious, 9 homers in his last 12 games ever since he got his degree. And we had a nice tweet from somebody yesterday. He was like, hey, listen, like, I know it's not engineering, but the business program at Georgia Tech is really tough and really good. So credit to Brocious. Credit also to Drew Burris, who graduated in 3 years of a business degree. 2-1 the count to Brocious.
Yeah, it's fun, too, because when you talk to Jane Ramsey about Parker Brocious, he's like, he's hot right now. He's never coming out of that lineup.
Brocious has been a part-time player, an important reserve, we should say, for James Ramsey, and before him, Danny Hall. He had platooned with Caleb English for most of the year, but got hot down the stretch, and he has played every day, and the senior is making the most of the opportunity. Here's the 2-2. To second, charging it, Kyle Branch will throw to first, 2 outs. The NCAA Regionals coverage for all 16 sites continues on ESPN Plus and the ESPN app. For more information, visit ncaa.com, the home of all NCAA championships. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the second, 2-0 Georgia Tech. Will Baker hits, the Australian-born designated hitter. 9 homers on the year for the number 9 hitter. And he takes a strike that bounces away from LaChance. It's 0-1. Baker, his brother, came to the States to play junior college ball, made the decision to play Division I. The Aussie waits. 1-1.
One of the fun facts with Will Baker's, we get to speak to a lot of the ACC coaches. And they're like, yeah, you have that lineup, but the hardest guy to pitch to is this guy right here, Will Baker.
Down low, and the count 2-1. Now, what do you think that is? What is it about Baker when you watch his at-bats that make him so difficult?
It's one, he doesn't swing outside of the zone. 2, he has a plan, and he executes his plan every single time he goes out there. So it's like a stubborn hitter, but a good stubborn.
Swing and a miss, 2-2. Here are Tech's offensive ranks for this season. Number 1 in runs per game, number 1 in batting average, number 1 on base percentage, number 1 in slugging. They average more runs at home, but they average like 11.5 at home and 10.5 on the road. They're really good. Every coach we've talked to this week has been like, yeah, that offense is legit. They have 8 players in their lineup with an OPS over 1,000. Oklahoma has 1. There's Drew Burris and Vaughn Lackey, their biggest stars. 2-2 the count. And the pitch to Baker. Popped up foul on play. So Curse grabbing the bat out of the deck circle to try and make sure that LaChance didn't fall.
That's really nice of him. A lot of times in that situation, you get out of the way, the other stuff just gets left there.
I had like a do you believe in miracles shirt on. I feel like you should be sitting on the Oklahoma side. Guy with a Serpientes jersey out too, swing and a miss. It gets away from LaChance, and he will fire to first to retire Baker. And 4 in a row set down by Jackson Cleveland. It's 2-0 Georgia Tech as we head to the bottom of the second. At Omaha, home of the Men's College World Series. This will be the 75th Men's College World Series in Omaha this year. And here is what's at stake. Georgia Tech into Super Regionals, which they would host with a win. Oklahoma forces a Game 7 tomorrow with a victory. Kansas and Arkansas will play in a regional final tonight in Lawrence. The Jayhawks 2-0, the Big 12 regular season and tournament champions. And the first pitch is strike to Jackson Willits from Jackson Blakely. They spell their names a little different. Jackson Blakely, the traditional spelling. Jackson, J-A-X-O-N. You can see his dad right over his shoulder when we show him in the batter's box. There's Reggie Willits, associate head coach, former big league outfielder, former first base coach of the New York Yankees. Jackson, the older brother of Eli Willits, last year's #1 overall draft pick by the Nationals. He takes just off the plate there. That was a good changeup. It's 1-2. Was that a good take, or was that a? I meant to do that.
That was a don't call it, please don't call it, please don't call it take.
Willits has swung the bat well here in Atlanta. The switch hitter. He has a home run. Tried to check his swing, and he did.
Well, that was a good take. Talk about a good take. That was a really good one. That's another changeup. Basically, he tried to throw the same exact pitch again. This one just a little bit more off. Able to hold up on the swing.
2-2. Willits takes down and in, and he's now run the count full. The good takes and a good eye have run it back to a full count for Willits. 3-year starter at shortstop for the Sooners. The payoff. Swing and a miss. Changeup elevated, and a third strikeout already for Blakely. Well, squeeze play can be accessed by using the QR code on your screen. Just shine a camera at it, and you can find around-the-clock multi-game coverage. All of the regional finals getting underway tonight, except for one. It's Reed in Tallahassee. ESPN Plus subscribers can access all of this with squeeze play. Matt Schick, Mike Rooney, Chris Burke, all in the studios. And Trey Gamble, his 4th hit of the regional. One-out single, the first base runner for Oklahoma.
I was waiting for Oklahoma to start getting a little bit aggressive, especially on the first pitch. Blakely has just been pumping strikes the whole entire time. At some point, if you're Oklahoma, it's like, okay, I got to get the foot down, and I need to be able to square these balls up.
Give Gamble a little extra time to get his oven mitt on. 16 stolen bases for the runner at first. All right, let's talk running game with Oklahoma. They like to do it more when they are trying to mount a big inning. There is a big shift on for the right-handed hitting Brock, who has power. Gamble bluffs going, a little tamper foul. It's 0-1. They do that bluff a lot. Why?
One is because they do want to steal. Two, it happened in the last time that these two faced each other during this regional, where they did the bluff, and all of a sudden Lackey stood up and ball ends up getting away, and they get the 390. I would like to see Oklahoma play their style of baseball. I want to see them run, and because that's their chaotic style.
Pitch by Blakely, a strike. It's 0-2.
And here's the other thing, too. If you're Brock right now, and you know that Blakely's throwing a lot of off-speed pitches, you really got to think that right side. You could shoot a ball, ground ball, anywhere to that right side is going to be a 1st and 3rd.
And instead, he hooks one deep to left field, and this game is tied. Number 11 on the year for Brendan Brock. And Oklahoma ties it up.
Or I guess you could just do that.
On an 0-2 pitch.
On an 0-2 pitch, gets an elevated breaking ball. And it's not like he was trying to hit a home run. It almost looks like he was just trying to put the ball in play and just caught barrel. He was out in front on this. You see where he hit that, way out in front, but he stayed through it, head over the barrel, ends up hitting it out of here.
401 feet on that home run. And now the speedy Desan Harris will hit. Fouls it away at the plate. It's 0-1. The decision to go to Cleveland in the first inning. With Johnson struggling to find the plate, he settled things down, and now Oklahoma's offense has capitalized and gotten them back into this game. It really does feel like that pitching change was like a well-called timeout in a basketball game, in that it just stopped the momentum for Georgia Tech. Harris takes outside, 1-1.
Yeah, but credit to Jackson Cleveland. Facing a tough situation, coming in, you weren't expecting it. You had to warm up quick to come into that ball game and to be able to settle this game down for Oklahoma.
2-1 the count to Harris. Harris was on the all-tournament team a year ago in Chapel Hill. In that regional, 1-1. 2-1 to Harris. Can really fly. And they need him to put some pressure on Blakely and this Georgia Tech defense. 2-2. Up the alley, left center field. That's trouble. It's going to get down. It'll split the gap and go all the way to the winning track. Stopping at second is Harris with a one-out double. Back-to-back extra base hits, and now Oklahoma has a man in scoring position with one out.
Oh, very nice swing from Harris. Nice and easy, quick through the zone, driving it the opposite way, and then you're able to see him run, which is really fun. Georgia Tech defense did a really nice job of cutting that ball off and getting it in. If that ball ends up getting to the wall, you would see Harris all the way at third. So a very nice job of cutting that ball off and getting it in.
Go-ahead run at second, one out. Harris with great speed at second, 17 stolen bases. And Aiden Taki pops it up, foul territory. Zuckerman and Lackey both over, and Lackey runs right into the protector for the ball girls. It's 0-1. This is Dayton Taki yesterday. Actually, that's Friday, and this is yesterday against Georgia Tech. Just over the head of Parker Brocious, a solo shot. He's provided some power for OU.
Yeah, a couple of home runs in this regional. One pull side, one backside. Showing off the power, and Mom's showing off the shirt and the talkie hat.
His mom, Chris Gilpin. Strike. 0-2. Now, how did you know that was Dayton Taki's mom?
Because you told me.
No. It's like she's wearing the Dayton Taki jersey and hat. She's been decked out in gear and, I mean, locked in. The shirt she had on yesterday was phenomenal. And, like, she has been working that first base side, chatting with the security guards. This is nervous mom.
This is nervous mom. My mom would do the same thing. It's just can't stay still. Got to keep walking back and forth.
I mean, and she is locked in on every pitch. Swing and a miss. Taki down on strikes. 2 outs.
This is a big-time curveball. It's a knuckle curve. You can see the knuckle up. It's going to get a lot of spin as it's working 12-6 down in the zone.
2 outs for Kyle Branch. His parents are not here tonight. I know that sounds like I was making a joke. They're actually not. They're in Athens watching his brother play, who's the starting shortstop at Georgia. They thought about coming over there, but decided that they made a plan before the regional started. You know, it's process over results, right? So they're in Athens hoping that Oklahoma gets to a Game 7 tomorrow, and then they will be here. Colby Branch, the starting shortstop for Georgia. Kyle Branch, the sophomore in his second year at OU. Popped up into shallow right. The first baseman, Schmidt, now coming into the infield dirt, makes the catch. And the inning is over, but Oklahoma ties the game. Brendan Brock, this 2-run blast. 2-2 game, top of the third in the regional finals. Boy, this crowd at Georgia Tech was swarming in the first inning, and Jackson Cleveland has been great in settling everything down.
He was able to get Von Lackey out, then he turned this great double play to Branch and Taki. But it's been the pitch has been really helping him out. It's been the changeup. That change has been absolutely filthy, and right now Georgia Tech hasn't known what to do with it.
Cleveland, a senior transfer from Miami, coming in 12 pitches into this game, now has to work through the top of the Georgia Tech order in this 2-2 game. First pitch misses low to Carson Kurtz. It's 1-0. It'll be Curse, Burris, and Vincula, and if anyone gets on, Von Lackey. 5 first-team All-ACC performers in the first 5 spots in the Georgia Tech lineup.
It's going to be interesting right now with Jackson Cleveland up, because now every single one of these guys has been able to talk in there and talk with one another about, hey, this is what it looks like, this is what he has.
3-0 to Carson Kurtz. Not that there's any soft spots really in this lineup, but having to work through the top. You're going to see their best hitters, and now you're starting to see guys for a second time once you get through Advincula. First takes a strike. It's 3-1.
Kerr should be looking for one pitch alone. Should be a fastball, something that you can hammer.
Swing and a miss. And the count is full. Well, he got the fastball. It was up, and he swung through it.
And I'm okay with that. If that's what you're looking for a fastball, something that's out over the plate. That's exactly what it was. That way you can get extension. No problem with that swing.
Here's the payoff. Outside ball 4, leadoff walk in the Georgia Tech third. And that'll bring up Drew Burris. We mentioned a quiet regional for him until...
Ouch. That was a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, 3-1. He was looking for it, and boy, he did not miss.
Well, his bat may have been quiet, but this crowd was certainly loud after that 2-run homer. A sellout crowd that has been quieted by Brennan Brock's 2-run blast in the second for Oklahoma. Big shift on for the right-handed hitter as he takes a breaking ball low, 1-0. You see the crowd is filled in. Great, intense crowd last night. There is a real nervousness to everything tonight. Burris skies one. And the shortstop, Willits, dancing under it, makes the catch. Wish we had the height on that
was high. Well, the exit angle was basically 60 degrees. That just goes straight up, and it left the bat at 100. So, yeah, that was high.
Okay, Captain Physics, you think you can figure that out for me?
Yeah, let me draw this one for you.
We could send things over to the engineering school.
Yeah, they will be able to tell us real quick.
It's true. Sadly, that wasn't one of my classes at Loras College. And Advincula through the left side, a base hit. Curse to second, 2 aboard for Lackey. Lackey struck out looking his first trip. 2 long home runs in this regional for the likely top 5 pick. Advincula now has extended his hitting streak to 28 games. First pitch, and it hit him, and the bases are loaded. Well, the fans can boo it, but the last thing you want to do is load the bases for the leading home run hitter in this Georgia Tech lineup, Ryan Zuckerman.
And this is what makes Georgia Tech so tough, because there is no soft spot. The next guy up can do damage. Right now, Ryan Zuckerman is the one that's up. He has 23 home runs on the season with 77 runs batted in.
40 extra base hits this year. He has been quiet in this regional so far. Fans starting to get loud. Bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch, he checks and takes low. It's 1-0. Zuckerman walked facing Cleveland in the first. Action in the Oklahoma bullpen as everybody will gather on the center of the diamond. Ryan Zuckerman was the most outstanding player in the ACC tournament. 8 for 14, 3 homers, those over his last 2 games there.
And those going opposite field too. So there's power from pole to pole. Doesn't mean that he just has to pull the ball to get it out. He can hit it out anywhere. He's got that type of power.
1-0 the count. The pitch. It gets away. Where's coming home, and he will score. Curse scores on the wild pitch, 3-2 Georgia Tech. They call it a pass ball.
Yeah, I feel like LeChance should have been able to make that play. So it happens sometimes too when you're doing the trying to steal strikes and the way that they get it from low to up. Every once in a while, that's going to tip off the edge of your glove and go behind.
Infield back up the middle. The 2-0. Zuckerman takes a strike. 2-1. 3-2 Georgia Tech in the third. The senior set. And the pitch. Grounder back towards the middle. Pass Willits into center field. 2-run score. 5-2 Yellowjackets.
And just think about this, that pass ball all of a sudden took Oklahoma away from being in double play depth. If they're in double play depth, that might be a double play, but since they're not, they were spread out a little bit more. There was more room up the middle, and Zuckerman does a very nice job of staying on that ball and driving it hard right back up the middle.
Alex Hernandez hit into a double play in the first, and he launches it deep to left center field. That ball is long gone. It happens in a flash, just like that, a 5 spot, and it's 7-2 Georgia Tech.
Wow, Alex Hernandez, have yourself a regional. 4 home runs in this regional. This ball is absolutely crushed at 107 miles an hour off the bat, 413 feet. He knew it right away.
That one onto the roof of the shed. Not going up there. Nope. Just have to wait until fall. Grounder to the right side and off the glove of Willits into right field, and Schmitz aboard. After the pass ball, 5 runs on 14 pitches. That's how quickly Georgia Tech's offense can strike.
It's a powerful offense. They hit balls hard. Even that one there was 101. And that's been the exit velos this whole entire inning. They hit balls hard. They make it tough on defenses. And not only that, they're not swinging outside of the zone. So you have to go right after them. And when you do, they do some damage.
Ball 1 to Parker Brocious.
We talked about it, second time through the lineup. How is it going to fare for Jackson Cleveland? Now these guys have been talking. They're seeing what he has. They know what it has, where it starts, where it needs to finish.
Two and 0. Now Cleveland at 50 pitches, and you wonder how much longer Skip Johnson will stick with him.
Not long at all.
Mid-count, Skip Johnson coming out. And Cleveland, who did great work getting out of the first and retiring Georgia Tech in order in the second, has run into it here in the third. This seems more like a pitching coach mound visit right now from Skip Johnson.
That's what it looks like to me, trying to see if he can settle things down. Still a lot of game left. He's going to let him keep rolling.
Two games and less than 3 full innings of work. 38 runs already and a dozen homers for this Georgia Tech offense. I mean, that had to be a pitching coach being like, listen, you still got to attack.
Guys still got to go after them. You cannot continue walking these guys because you see what happens. These guys get on base. There's mistakes being made. They make you pay.
2-0. Will blooper into shallow right. That's going to fall in front of Harris. A base hit. Schmidt trucking for third. The throw from Harris. And a great job by Cleveland to be in the right spot backing up. He may have just saved 90 feet from Brocious going second to third.
And not only that, that would have been Smith being able to score. Great job, too, by Ken Smith at first base, realizing that that ball was going to get down and taken off. You see where he is. He sees where the outfield is. He says, nope, you're not getting this one. And he is off and running.
Runners at the corners, one out, and Will Baker has a chance to make this a very big inning. Just a heads up. I mean, you're doing your job if you're Jackson Cleveland, but in a perfect spot. Runner goes, pitches a strike. The throw down to second is not in time. Kyle Branch half-heartedly saying challenge. Jackson Willett saying maybe we should challenge. And I think they are going to look at this.
They might have gotten him in the foot.
Oklahoma's challenging the safe call at second base. Players under further review.
Brad Marine, our home plate umpire. This would be a big out to stop the momentum.
It's the new style where you have the infielder basically on the first base side of second base, basically telling him to tag and tag straight
really
down.
Out. Yeah, he's really out.
Yeah, he's out. He is out. That tag is made before that hand gets her. It's that new style where, hey, catch that ball in front of second base on that first base side and just put the glove down. We want to tag the feet because there is replay now. Might look to the eye safe, but on replay, you're going to see that he definitely is out.
Yeah, you could see where Bob Howard was positioned, the second base umpire. It was very difficult to see where the hand was when the tag went down. And this is going to get overturned. It's going to be a caught stealing. I mean,
it's clear to me. That's very athletic play, too, by Jackson Willits, the shortstop. Be able to come in and do what he just did on that play. And not only that, as soon as he made the tag, he was turning around to see if Smith was trying to run home.
They're reviewing this in Pittsburgh at the Replay Operations Center. Everybody on the infield anxiously waiting. I think Brocious just said, yeah, I know it.
He said, yeah.
It's like, something like, yeah,
I'm out.
yeah, I'm out.
I hate replay.
After review, the call is overturned. The runner's out. Oklahoma's retained their challenge. They got 2 remaining.
Good challenge from OU.
And Brocious knew it. There was no hesitation. I think he started to run off before the call was even made.
The count 0-1 on Will Baker. Well, that's one way to stop a little bit of the momentum in this inning. There's still a man at third with 2 outs. Baker, strikeout victim his first trip. Takes and misses in the count 1-1. The pitch. 2 balls and a strike to Baker.
This is interesting, too, with Will Baker, a guy that can handle the bat. The way that they're playing him defensively, giving him that whole entire left side of the field.
Two-one. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Bouncer to first, giving ground. Tokyo underhand to Cleveland covering, and the inning is over. But Georgia Tech sends 9 to the plate. They score 5 times, including this from Alex Hernandez. A monster 2-run home run. It's 7-2 Georgia Tech heading to the bottom of the third. Georgia Tech leads Oklahoma 7-2. Oklahoma head coach Skip Johnson is with us. Skip, you guys started putting together some pretty good at-bats against Jackson Blakely in the second inning. What would you like to see more of in the third?
Get a lot more guys on. I mean, you just got to separate balls from strikes and try to see the ball up as much as you can and back it up a little bit.
On the mound side, what is going to be the thought process going forward with your pitching staff?
You know, everybody's available. When you get to this point, everybody's available. And we throw Cam out there, and if he's got it, he's got it. If he doesn't have it. And the sun's going to come up tomorrow, and throw Cleveland out there and throw the rest of them out there to see how it goes.
All right, Skip, we appreciate the time. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Skip Johnson, the head coach at Oklahoma, joining us. Yeah, after a tough inning, the pass ball kind of setting up 5 innings. But Skip is a pro. It is. We talked about this, I know, in all of Oklahoma's games, but one of the real joys of this regional this year has been being able to spend time with Skip.
Yeah.
And, he is just listening to him talk about the mentality of being a coach. So we were talking to him about in a moment in the first game today, right? So he's got a freshman on the mound. He gives him a 2-run homer in a kind of a blowout game, right? They're winning big. It's not in doubt. And we get to see him between innings coaching, and you nailed it right away. Like, you were like, oh, this is a teaching moment.
Yeah, I mean, the game was out of hand, and they were winning, and he could have just blown it off. It was a 2-run homer. It was a hanging breaking ball, and he could have just said nothing, or maybe at the end of the game say, hey, look, come on in this one. But he wanted to let him know right away, like, hey, what was your thought process on this play? You know, like you could see, everything was supposed to be here. We're trying to set up these pitches. The hitter's going to know what you're doing, especially when you're playing better caliber, so you can't throw that breaking ball because look what happens, right? They're going to be sitting on it, and boom, guys hit a home run. So it's teaching moments right in the moment. That way you're not waiting and you're letting guys understand it so they don't make the same mistakes in the game.
Floater into shallow left, racing out Zuckerman, and he makes an incredible diving grab. What a play by the third baseman for out number 1. Mason Patel likes it.
Wow. He had to go a long way to make this play. He's at shortstop. Look at where he's having to go. This ball ends up 189 feet in the grass. He's playing shortstop. He's basically running 120 feet to go make this play.
That dude is 6'4", 230. And the relief ace all over it. Mason Patel pointing to him. Here's Camden Johnson, 1-0. We talk a lot about the offense for Georgia Tech. The numbers show that the pitching has been better. I think that most people realize, I think we don't talk about is how good they've been defensively. And they're a really good defensive team, and Zuckerman's a major reason why. His growth from his freshman year at Pitt to now, incredible.
You don't even see him in the picture of where he is, but look how far he's going. Look how fast he's getting there to reach up and make this play. If he doesn't make that play, it's an easy double. It could even be a triple because of who's running.
You know, we were talking to James Ramsey about Zuckerman's defense the other day, and what he told us was he knew that coming here to be the most complete player, he needed to improve defense. We saw in video that he had the tools, but he worked with Jason Schulman, so we were shooting rubber balls at him all winter, just like trying to get him to improve his footwork and his hands and all of it. And he leaned into being better defensively this year, 3-2. And it has shown. He has played remarkable defense. And, you know, the power is the calling card with him, right? There's a lot of strikeouts. It's the glove that has a chance to let him play at the next level.
We already knew he had the arm. It was just he had to be better defensively with the glove. He worked so hard because he knew that the only way that he was going to be able to make it to the next level was if that glove improved. And he's going to be able to play in the next level.
Camden Johnson draws a one-out walk. Speed aboard for Oklahoma and power at the plate and Dayton LaChance. You know LaChance would love an opportunity to help atone for the pass ball that set up the big inning for Georgia Tech. A 5 spot in the top of the third. Leading home run hitter for OU with a dozen. First pitch, swing and a miss. Snap throw to first and diving back is Johnson. And what was the call there?
I don't know. I don't know if maybe Von Lackey, when he went to go throw, if he hit Brian Marine.
Yeah, he may have done that. He got hit in the mask is what happened.
Ah, that's what it was. Yeah, that's the only thing, because he stopped the play right away and said, nope, get the ball back. No play.
Hit him in the mask. Outside, and count 1-1.
Von Lackey, he's a guy that wants to throw. Well, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
Hits him. As soon as that, it's a dead ball. Nope, no play time. Now, here's an interesting one, too. Oklahoma, we know that they like to run. And they play that KS style. Now, 7-2 ball game. You have your big hitter up. I wouldn't be going anywhere. I'm going to let him swing the bat, see if all of a sudden he might be able to pop one here, make it a 7-4 ball game, and then you can start playing your style.
You know, it has to be really difficult for Oklahoma to get their full offense off when they're down 5 runs. Now, granted, it's early in the game. It's the third inning, and Matt Taylor is going to make a mound visit here, the pitching coach for Georgia Tech. Jackson Blakely approaching 50 pitches. You want to stay aggressive.
Yep.
But you also don't want to lose base runners, right?
And you also know that behind the plate, Von Lackey has a great arm. He gets rid of it extremely quick. So if you are going to steal, it has to be where you're like, I'm 100%, I'm going to make it. It cannot be like, I might not. I can get a good jump. I might not be able to good jump. So in those type of situations, if you're 100% and you see something in a pitcher where, hey, I can see, he has a tell that when he brings his hands together, his hands start first, and that can get off an extra second, and I'm going to be able to get there. Fine, go ahead and play that style of baseball. But if you don't really have anything, you might want to just stay there, see if you can come back, because you're going to have to hit to get your way back into this game.
I think a lot of us think of that 2014 wild card game, right, where Kansas City, despite being down, ran all over John Lester and the A's, right?
John Lester was
not good at keeping runners, right? And he had tells, and they were able to exploit that. But you'd like to be able to at least run it a little bit. I mean, 5 runs in a college game is a little different than 5 runs in a big league game.
And the way that these guys are swinging the bat now, the power that they have, anybody can hit a home run.
2-1 the count to LaChance. During that, you saw Skip Johnson getting an explanation from Brian Marine on what happened. He didn't see Von Lackey's hand come back and hit the mask, but there was a pretty cordial conversation. 2-1, LaChance pops it right at the dish. And coming down, the first baseman, Schmidt, had to avoid the bag for out number 2. There's no way that was intentional by LaChance. Schmidt's kind of laughing at it. He's getting booed, but I don't think there's any chance that LaChance saw it.
No.
Or any LaChance that he saw it.
Well, I'll tell you this, though. Great job by Smith, because that's going to be a tough ball for Lackey. Lackey trying to get it. You can see that he's there. That's not going to be easy. You got to try to get yourself around it. So great job by Smith to be able to come in and get that and make that play.
It looked to me like he threw the bat away, went past Schmidt, saw him, and he was like, oh, boy.
Yeah, he definitely did not do that on purpose.
2 outs for Jackson Willett. 7-2. Georgia Tech leads in the bottom of the third. Blakely's first pitch. A strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Ball outside. Lackey, an extra part of trying to control the running game. Only 16% of base runners caught this year. Some of that is on pitching.
Yeah. When guys are stealing, you're stealing off the pitcher. You're not stealing off the catcher. So it's getting the good jumps, especially if you see a guy that's just taking a little bit longer with a higher leg kick. A lot of times, too, that's a starting pitcher that has that. They will have a bigger leg kick. Usually guys who come out of the bullpen, it's a lot more slide step. But the starting pitcher's out there the longest.
Well, we also saw Tate McKee vary his time. Sometimes he was slow to the plate, sometimes he was quick to it yesterday against Oklahoma. Blakely seems to have been the same, somewhere between 1 second and 1.2 seconds. Usually around 1.4 is where you run. The pitch upstairs, that one about 1.3.
Yeah, Blakely, that's going to be his longest one at 1.3 because he really doesn't lift the leg all that high. He probably comes up, 4 or 5 inches off the ground, and he's already coming at the hitter.
2-2. Fouled away. Willett stays alive.
Those are also, every single one of these coaches, they have the stopwatch, and they're looking, and they're timing, and they're looking. And then all of a sudden when they see it's a 1-2, 1-2-5, they're like, okay, shut it down. We're not going on that. So we're not going to just give out outs on the bases either.
2-2. Bouncer foul, especially with a guy who is as strong an arm as Lackey does. If he had maybe a catcher that didn't have the arm strength, he would do it. But Vaughn Lackey's arm is special. He was the defensive player in the ACC.
And look, the other thing is, too, when they're doing the come-downs in between innings, coaches are timing that one up, too, and they're seeing whatever it is that he's throwing. And when they're seeing 1.85s and 1.9s, they're like, it's just too quick for him to get over there with a quick pitcher coming home.
Saw Reggie Willits with the stopwatch there. The count is full. Well, now Johnson on a head start from first. 2 outs in the 3rd inning. Georgia Tech a 7-2 lead, but Jackson Blakely has been laboring a bit. Runner goes. Pitch outside, ball 4. And Trey Gamble, who singled and scored his last time, will come to the plate, and he has homered in this regional. 2 walks in the inning for Blakely.
And that's exactly what Oklahoma wants to do. Got to get guys on base. Kind of the same thing what Georgia Tech did in that last inning, right? Don't swing outside of the zone, get your walks, and then you're looking for that big hit. They were able to get it against the Citadel today, where every single time they had guys on base, they were coming up with big hits, which is how they were able to score so many runs.
They could use a big 2-out hit here to get back in the game. First pitch to Gamble. Down low ball, 1-0. Ramsey shouting encouragement to his defenders. So is Matt Taylor, the pitching coach. Bouncer foul. Count 1-1. A lot of different options that Blakely has. 7 different pitches he can go to. Doesn't really overuse any of them. Nothing more than about 25% of the time.
And the funny part is, too, is that he basically throws the same thing to both lefties and righties. The only difference is maybe more curveballs to lefties.
Strike, and count 1 and 2. A few more cutters, too, but yeah, that's the biggest difference, you're right, is
just a curveball to slider mix. It's like he just splits those up. Against righties, more sliders. Against lefties, more curveballs. You just saw a curveball there.
He really doesn't walk guys, so 2 walks in an inning. Surprising, but he's ahead of Gamble 1 and 2. The pitch. Hit through the right side, a base hit. It'll score a run. Willits will stop at second. No, the play is stopped. And a pitch timer violation? Is that what it is? Before the pitch was thrown, and it takes a base hit away from Oklahoma. Whoa!
Wow. That's a break there for Georgia Tech.
Watch the third base ump. Yep,
third base ump had his hands up before the pitch, and he's waving everything off.
2 and 2 the count now. What a terrible break for the Sooners. Wilson Rayner, the third base umpire. It was the right call, but it's just, you don't see that happen very often, the ball in play.
See, here's the thing. If that was a strike 3, then everything would be okay, it would be the opposite way. So the call is made,
Yep.
it was stopped, that's it.
Here's the 2-2. Big breaking ball misses and the count is full. And now the runners will be on the move, and it makes it a little more dangerous if Blakely makes a mistake.
Yeah, I'm really surprised, though, too, that he went back to the curveball because it was the curveball that Gamble did hit. I was expecting for him to maybe try to speed something up and throw that cutter in.
The runners go. Swing and a miss. Got him on a changeup, and the inning's over. Pitch clock violation takes away a base hit from Gamble. There you see 0. The third base umpire says no. And Gamble's base hit taken away, and Blakely gets the strikeout. And Gamble still furious, heading back to the dugout. And a warning to the Oklahoma dugout. Reggie Willits furious in the Oklahoma dugout. The associate head coach, after a potential base hit taken away because of a pitch timer violation. The umpires got the call right. Trey Gamble was incensed after striking out and having an RBI single, what looked like it could have been taken off the board. A warning was issued to the Oklahoma dugout as Carson Kurz gets sent to lead off against Jackson Cleveland in a 7-2 game in the fourth. But I do want to give a little bit of credit to the home plate umpire, Brian Marine.
Yeah.
He very easily could have ejected Trey Gamble, who had to be escorted back to the dugout. He issued a warning to the Oklahoma bench. That's an umpire that understands the importance of the moment, right? Like, if I were Trey Gamble, if any of us were Trey Gamble, we would be ticked, beyond ticked that happened to us. And he gave him a lot of grace. Carson Kurz into left. Rolling out, the shortstop, Willits can't make the play, and Kurz is standing on second. Boy, fans started seeing that was going to be trouble for Willits, and they made some noise, and an error on the shortstop starts the Georgia Tech fourth.
Yeah, but Brendan Brock, he has to get in there and make that play. That's a tough play for a shortstop. The left fielder has to take control, get in there, and call him off.
That's a catcher playing left field, though,
It
too.
is. You're right.
But still,
You got to know that's a tough play for a shortstop who has to get out there. You have the wind that's kind of blowing out to left, so that ball's going to continue to carry. You have to be able to call him off and go get that
This
baseball.
is starting to feel like it could spin out of control for Oklahoma. They need a big out, and a bouncer just foul by Drew Burris. It's 0-1. I mean, that's what it feels like now. Is like this is you had the pitch timer violation. What looked like it was going to be a base hit taken off the board. The arguments, the error. This is gut check time for OU. Jackson Cleveland, who entered as a reliever, 4 batters into the game, now on his 60th pitch of the night. And he dots a strike. It's 0-2 to Burris. If you're Georgia Tech now, you're feeling like now's the time for a big blow to put this thing away. One and two.
Used to have the coaches that would say, now's the time to basically step on their neck, right? Like, you have them down, now you have to keep them down. And when mistakes happen, you got to make the other team pay.
They've been gifted a base runner at second base because of the error. Burris fouls it off the mask of LaChance.
That is not a two-strike swing.
Fan made a play, and hopefully LaChance is okay. They're going to bring the trainer out. He says it's fine, but man,
stay back.
Yeah.
He's a tough kid.
Brian Marine, the home plate umpire, was the one who signaled for the trainer to check on him. There's Brent Key, the Georgia Tech football coach.
You wouldn't miss this game.
Locked in. Very into the game. The 1-2. in the dirt, 2-2. I think if I met Brett
That's a
Key
very
on the
strong
street,
man, by
yeah,
the way.
I was going to say, you must coach football or wrestling. That's,
He's still working out, that's for sure.
oh, yeah. Oh, apparently he was at some sort of football event today and raced over to the ballpark to get here. That's pretty cool. Love that interdisciplinary support. 2-2 to Burris. Burris launches it deep down the left field line. That one is well foul, but it was 440 feet. And now Brett Key's going to have to go up and get the ball off the roof of the John and Mary Brock football facility.
He got mad right there. He's like, hey, stop breaking my facility. Oh, jeez. Right there, hey, stop messing with my facility.
Let's just send a bill to James Ramsey for that. It's a couple of shingles. All right, let's go. 2-2. 7-2 Georgia Tech, top of the fourth. Bouncer back towards the middle. Branch spins, fires to first, offline. Infield hit for Burris, and Georgia Tech keeping the pressure on as runners in the corners with nobody out.
Yeah, with 2 strikes, Burris this time tries to go right back up the middle. Branch makes a really nice play. He knows that he has to get rid of it because Drew Burris, he can fly.
It was very close, and Skip Johnson is going to make a pitching change here, it appears. Jackson Cleveland gave him everything that he could. The senior trying to keep them in the game. It's on the bases now, 7-2. Oh, Georgia Tech leads. New pitcher in a moment for Oklahoma. Georgia Tech a win away from a super regional. Oklahoma trying to force a game 7. UCLA tied at 5, going to extra innings. There's Jackson Cleveland. He settled this game down in the first. And big hugs for the senior transfer from Miami, and well-deserved. Things got a little out of hand in the third, Gabby, but what he did in the first and second inning allowed Oklahoma to tie the game at that time. And now they just have to hope they can get out of this first and third jam as they turn to another of their talented left-handers. This is Gavin Jones.
And by talented, you mean another guy out of the pen that can throw extremely hard. 95, 97 miles an hour. He can even have a little bit more than that. Guy's hitting 250 on him on the season. Changeup cutter. He has a really good curveball too. Doesn't really use it much. But I was watching him throw his warm-up pitches. He had really good up and down on that 12-6er.
Transfer from McLennan. By the way, if you're wanting to track all the other regionals, the scores are in the top corner of your screen. First pitch to Jared Advincula is a strike. It's 0-1. Jones was a transfer last year as a two-way player from McLennan Junior College in Texas. He was actually on the Olerud watch list last year as a two-way player. Toss to first. A lot of excitement going on. Troy looks like they're closing in on forcing a Game 7 of regionals in Gainesville. They're up big on Florida. Skylar Reed's club. That went outside. The count 1-1 to Advincula. Kentucky is taking the lead on West Virginia in the fifth. Kentucky, the most controversial selection in the field of 64. One win away from a super regional. West Virginia trying to force a Game 7 in Morgantown tomorrow. 1-1. Advincula into left field, coming on and making the catch is Brock. Tagging from third and coming home is Kirsch. The throw cut off. The relay not in time. Sack fly for Jaron Advincula. 8-2 Georgia Tech.
Now Brock did everything perfect on this one. Got behind this ball, did it right, came in, just didn't have enough behind the throw. Johnson tried to do everything he could as he's getting that ball to come home, but once the cutoff gets it, there's no way you're going to get a Carson Kirsch who's running from third to home.
Now Vaughn Lackey hits 8-2 Georgia Tech. First pitch. Lackey takes a ball, 1-0. Vaughn Lackey struck out looking in the first, hit by a pitch, and scored a run in the 5-run third. Big inning for Georgia Tech right now. Toss to first and scrambling back is Burris. Nearly a very wild throw. Vaughn Lackey, look at those numbers on his 16-game hitting streak. That 1164, that's not his OPS, that's his slug. Like slugging percentage is the number of bases that you get per at bat. That means that he's getting more than one base per at bat. That's not. You could put MLB The Show on the easiest setting and not achieve those numbers. 2-1. I think you probably say that about the whole Georgia Tech offense this year, but specifically what Lackey's done. Do you think you could slug 1,100 if people just fed you in your prime, like 86-mile-an-hour heaters right in the middle of your plate?
I would hope that the answer is yes on that one. If you were just like, here's,
what if they're 87?
Here's 85, 86, 87, and it's coming right down the middle where I knew it was going to be. I can get my swing to the spot every time. Yeah, I'm hoping.
You're going to hit pop-ups in batting practice,
he's doing it with breaking balls and change-ups.
And he launches this one to center field. Walk
he didn't get it.
has room and well shy of the track. He hauls it in for out number 2. Woos and ahs of the crowd.
All you have to do is just look at the player. Vaughn Lackey, when he made contact with him, he just kind of put his head down knowing, he missed that one. But that's the difference. Now, you could say throw 85 miles an hour, but we're going to mix in changeups and sliders and curveballs. Then no, right? Because, you're going to miss hit balls.
Zuckerman, a 2-run single his last trip. Ryan Zuckerman, and a tremendous defensive play in the last half inning, taking away what could have been extra bases from the speedy Jason Walk. I mean, that was as great a defensive play as you'll see a third baseman make. Starting from the shortstop position and racing into down the line and making a diving grab. 1-0. This is Zuckerman's catch.
I mean, the range that he showed off. And not only that, it's a full sprint run and then having to reach up and almost catch it behind you.
It's gray. It's just about dusk, and he's still wearing sunglasses on his head. I have an issue with this. Swing and a miss, 1-1. It's an epidemic, man.
It's a style. Everybody has it. See, everybody. It's the style.
Damn it, Johnson.
Because it looks cool.
This is not like putting the visor in the old days on your football helmet for the night games in high school. Zuckerman fouls it away.
It's funny that you say that and everybody has the glasses on their head.
I know. It's just, I would be having a team meeting. I mean, what are we doing? Son, what are we doing?
He has eyes behind his head, so he has to cover them.
The glare from the light standard is helping prevent him from going back on the ball. I don't know. Snap throw to first and diving back Burris.
Now Burris will run. 10 for 14 stolen bases. He's fast. We talked about it. But he will pick and choose his spots when he wants to run.
Let's let the chains flow a little bit more today. Normally they're buttoned in pretty good. Pitch, swing and a miss. Zuckerman down on strikes. And the inning is over. Georgia Tech tacks on a run. We'll talk to their head coach, James Ramsey, next. It's 8-2 Yellowjackets as we head to the bottom of the fourth. 8-2 Georgia Tech, bottom of the fourth, joined now by their head coach, James Ramsey. we marvel at the quick strike ability of your offense. What about your approach allows them to just score runs in bunches so fast?
Yeah, you got to accentuate what they do well, right? So, you just got to let players play at this time of the year. I think that's the best part about what we do is we challenge the heck out of guys, building them for these moments, because every arm you face this time of year is going to have velo. They're going to have an out pitch. So it's all about, hey, if you're going to lose on your terms. And, there's certain guys that are swing happy and they need to swing. And there's other guys that are going to be a little more patient. They need to be patient. But it's all about player development is working with the player. I think that's one thing we do really well here.
Well, you have Jackson Blakely on the mound. What have you seen from him here today? What do you want to see out of him?
Oh, it's ace behavior, right? It's pitch out of jams. It's, execute pitches when you need to. I think he's really tough, man. He does not let the big inning happen very often. I'm really proud of the effort we're getting out of him right now.
All right, James, we appreciate the time. Best of luck tonight.
Thanks, guys. Go Jackets.
James Ramsey, always with the Go Jackets.
You make sure.
Brendan Brock touched up Blakely for a 2-run homer his last trip, and he sends that one to deep right center field. Burris leaps, and it's gone. Second of the game for Brendan Brock, and Oklahoma gets the run right back. It's 8-3.
Well, that's exactly what Oklahoma needed. The answer back. Get something going. Brendan Brock, boy, he has been delivering today. His second home run. This time, he didn't want to pull it. I'm going to go the opposite way. Let this fastball get in 104 miles an hour off the bat, 394 feet to right center field.
The all-time home run leader in Southwestern Illinois college history. And with a dozen now, that ties him for the team lead and his second of this game. 8-3 as Desan Harris fouled the first pitch off. Southwestern Illinois College in Belleville, Illinois, in case you're looking at a picture of this. It's outside St. Louis. Not near Chicago.
Giving me geography lessons
Oh,
here.
to the count. Listen, you call it flyover country, I call it home, okay? So, we're just trying to educate. There's a lot of good people in the Midwest. The entire crew needs to know. Harris gets hit by a pitch and speed aboard. Still nobody out here in the fourth. The last two innings have been a little shaky for Jackson Blakely, and with that in mind, there is some tossing in the Georgia Tech pen. I think it's just stretching to get loose, but Caden Gaudette is up.
A little bit more than just stretching. It's time to start getting loose at 68 pitches. Not only that, you talked about it, that last inning, walking two, all of a sudden gives up a home run, a hit by pitch. The last thing that James Ramsey wants to do is see this game all of a sudden get a little bit out of hand and all of a sudden give Oklahoma a chance to get back into it.
Well, he had Justin Shattuck up a little bit ago tossing. But now Gaudette, one of their key relievers, beginning to get loose.
And Mesa Patel, he's starting to get his water. You see him walking around. He's somebody that we will probably see here today.
Probably for multiple innings, maybe the last three. Swing and miss by Dayton Taki. It's 0-1. Taki has been fired up, really intense today. You can see him shouting encouragement to his teammates at mound visits. And he has had a very good regional. Takes outside and the count 1-1. I know that he's got a couple home runs, but
He hit a home run to that left side. They are giving him the whole entire left side. And here's the thing, they're pitching away from the shift. They're throwing pitches out over the plate.
takes a strike at the count 1-2.
Usually when you're pitching to a shift, you're going to be, crowding the ball. You're going to be throwing cutters in. You're going to be throwing fastballs in. You want him to hit the ball to the right side. You typically don't see pitches just being left out over the place, especially that soft one where they can easily just hit a ground ball to third.
And this is as extreme a shift as we see in college. Grounded through the right side, diving stop Kurtz, can't find the handle, and heads up base running by Harris, who races to third with no one covering. What a smart base running play by Desan Harris. That was electric.
And we talked about the speed and what he can do. Here's the base running. As soon as he hits second, he realizes there's nobody at third.
And an
Easy to
ill-advised,
get it.
what an ill-advised throw from Curse, too. I mean, the pitcher had to run over there to cover. There's nobody covering the base. Yeah, there's Ting Taki's mom. And they've got a rally going. And this might be it for Blakely. James Ramsey heading out to the mound. And he's going to make a pitching change. Oh, Georgia Tech trying to get to Super Regionals. They can do it with a win. Their first trip in 20 years. Caden Gaudette coming in. It's 8-3 Yellowjackets with Oklahoma threatening with nobody out in the fourth. Brendan Brock is second of the game. This line shot to the right at dead center has made it a 5-run game. As Oklahoma, not known for their power, 13th in the SEC in homers this year, 7 in this regional. Jackson Blakely's day is done after 3+ innings. He's responsible for 2 runners aboard. Into the bullpen for Georgia Tech, top 25 in the nation in ERA this year. Caden Gaudette is going to have to bridge the gap or help to bridge the gap until they bring in Mason Patel, their relief ace.
With Caden Gaudette, a lot of sliders. 63% of the time, he is throwing that slider. It's good, it's tight. 84 to 88 miles an hour. He does have a good fastball, too, that can reach up to 93, 94, usually stays in that 92 range.
The St. Mary's Gales have just defeated UCLA 6-5 in 10 innings. The #1 overall seed is out. UCLA, #1 in the polls, wire to wire this year. The #1 overall seed eliminated by the West Coast Conference Tournament champions. Runner Bluff's going from first, and the first pitch misses outside to Kyle Branch. So that would mean that Georgia Tech is now the clear favorite to win the Men's College World Series. They have to get through today, and Oklahoma is game for a fight. Into center field, Burris racing in, can't get there, it's a base hit. Harris streaking home, the throw to second not in time. It's an RBI single in an 8-4 game. Vincula took his foot off the bag a little early there.
I think he did, but I don't think they were going to be able to get him anyway. But really nice job here by Kyle Branch. Nice, easy swing right back up the middle. May have hit it off the end of the bat for a second there. I thought Burris had it because he was rushing in. He had a good step on it, but that ball falls right before him. Good job, too, of thinking, hey, let me get this ball into second.
Jason walks, squares the bunt, now punches it through the left side. It's a base hit. Racing around third and coming home is Tagi. The throw not in time. RBI single Jason Walk. It's an 8-5 game in the fourth.
And this is the chaos style of baseball that Oklahoma will play. First and second. Walk is up. You think he's going to butt. He pulls it back. He slashes, hits it perfectly right to where shortstop should be, but they were playing on the shift. That's going to be an RBI. Burris comes up firing. Even a good throw is not going to get him.
The merry-go-round is running, and the tying run at the plate is Matt Taylor, the pitching coach. He's going to try and slow things down here for Georgia Tech.
This is the style of baseball we saw Oklahoma play against the Citadel earlier today, where they were getting guys on base, they were putting pressure on, they were showing schemes, they were bringing it back, they were putting down bunts, they were going first to third, they were being aggressive. It's a team that, yeah, they might not hit the home runs, even though they're hitting home runs here in this regional, but that's their style. They can put up runs without hitting the ball out of the ballpark.
It's an animated conversation Matt Taylor having with Caden Gaudette. Just a bloop single and then Walker that base hit.
But how about this? Show the bunt. Yeah, first and second, we're going to bunt. Try to get guys over. Nope, bring it back. Slash, perfectly placed. Beating the shift.
Tying run coming to the plate. Camden Johnson has 8 homers. First pitch. Takes low, 1-0. Zuckerman, the third baseman, having to respect the speed of Johnson, is playing in. Runners bluff going, pitch down low, 2-0. I'm really going to have to start waiting a little longer before I say the runners are going, because OU is bluffing a lot.
Brandt's at second, only 3 of 5 in stolen bases, so he doesn't steal much.
3-0 to Camden Johnson. Dayton LeChance with a dozen home runs on deck.
I'll tell you this too, Caden Gaudette really doesn't walk anybody. Only 9 walks heading into this one. And 31 2/3 innings pitched.
A strike, it's 3-1. He hasn't pitched in the regional final in front of 4,000 screaming fans. Where things have started to go sideways a little bit for Georgia Tech here in the inning. It's the most vulnerable they've looked in almost 2 months. Liner into right field, a base hit. Stopping at third is Branch, and the bases are loaded, and still nobody out for OU in the fourth.
Now batting the catcher, number 48.
OU is starting to feel it, and all of a sudden the fans have gotten quiet. And LeChance is coming up. He's the guy with the biggest power in this Oklahoma Sooner team.
Justin Shattuck, the right-hander, Cooper Underwood, the left-hander, getting loose in the Georgia Tech pen. Bases loaded, nobody out. Chance has not had a big hit yet in this tournament. Some nervous Georgia Tech fans, and a roller foul. It's 0-1. The chance fouled out to the first baseman Schmidt his last trip.
Right now, if I'm Gaudette, after that first swing, I can see, okay, LeChance, he's going to be aggressive. Situations like this, there's 2 types of hitters. Ones that can kind of get that moment and say, okay, I'm still looking for my pitch and I'm going to be patient, and ones who are saying, I'm going to get my swing off.
The pitch. He swings and drives one deep to right center field. That ball is gone. It's a grand slam. Dayton LeChance has given Oklahoma a 9-8 lead in the fourth. A stunned crowd in Atlanta as OU takes the lead.
And how quick it happened. Bases loaded, balls coming quickly, and LeChance gets a fastball and drives it opposite way.
James Ramsey back out to the mound to make another pitching change. And a new pitcher coming in for Georgia Tech. A 7 spot for OU in the fourth. As Dayton LeChance, an opposite field grand slam. It's 9-8 OU. Still nobody out in the fourth. We had a great regional final tonight. A big grand slam for Dayton LeChance, his first homer of this regional, and 13th of the year, has given Oklahoma a lead in the fourth. Georgia Tech fans stunned. First pitch to Jackson Willits, down low, 1-0. Cooper Underwood, the new pitcher for Georgia Tech. Underwood, the freshman, delivers. Count 1-1.
Underwood likes throwing that slider as well. 6'1", and how about LeChance? First 31 games of the season, did not have a home run. But boy, when he got his first one, he started rolling.
See the freshman Underwood. So a miss, 2-2.
It's a good slider, good fastball. He has a curveball too, so he has both those secondary pitches. He'll throw a changeup, an occasional changeup. Doesn't really throw it all that much. He's going to mostly stay with his secondary pitches and pitch backwards.
Willits to right. And that'll be the first down of the inning as Hernandez puts it away. It is dead silent in here now, Gabby. I mean, it is every pitch. It feels like last night we talked about it when the Georgia Tech hitters came up. I think it got quiet when the Stars came to the plate. Every pitch of that at bat. And all of the energy has been taken out of the ballpark.
Yeah, and usually when Oklahoma was hitting, they were loud, they were screaming, they were getting crazy. The only way to quiet them is exactly what Oklahoma did.
Our friend and colleague Chris Burke likes to call it the low oxygen zone when things start to go bad. And it's starting to feel like the oxygen level is getting a little lower here. He's muttering to himself about this. It's like a 7-run rally. What to make you do that?
And I think we both agree that 9 runs is not going to win this ball game.
No chance.
This might be a very high-scoring ball game. It already is a high-scoring ball game.
Grab a Snickers. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. North Carolina on to Super Regionals after they beat East Carolina tonight. Congratulations to the Tar Heels. Number 5 overall seed is into Super Regionals. Fourth time in 5 years they've hosted one. Swinging a high fly ball by Gamble to deep right field. Hernandez is back, and it's the 3rd home run of the inning for OU, and they lead 10-8. Well,
Oklahoma, they must have had their Wheaties or their spinach. I don't know what it is, but boy, the power. They are showing it off. This is a breaking ball, and it's just left up. Campbell, I mean, he knew it as soon as he hit it. 104 miles an hour off the bat, 379 feet.
Brandon Brock's already homered twice as he takes a breaking ball strike. It's 0-1.
It's a curveball. It stays up in the zone and pretty swing. And look at the bench. They knew it too.
0-2 to Brock. Brock's had quite a night. Fouls away. He started this inning with a solo homer, 3 home runs. I thought Georgia Tech was the home run inning team.
That's what everybody thought.
Look at this.
Oklahoma.
7 for 8 in the inning with a hit by pitch. And no stolen bases.
They flipped the script.
But here's the thing, too, is now if you're Oklahoma, like if you're getting base runners, you're getting speed aboard, they're going to be much more aggressive. Once they get the lead, that's when they really push their offense to the limit. Not to mention that I'm sure that they can sense that there is a lot of tension here, and there is nothing that they would like to do more than put some pressure on this Georgia Tech defense. Hooked down the left field line in the corner, and it's a foul ball. Not foul by very much.
I would tell you, being Oklahoma, it's exactly what you wanted to do.
quiet the crowd, take the energy out of the building. They're doing just that. This game looked like it was going to be, okay, well, Georgia Tech is going to win it. It's 8-2. Put up 8 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning.
I mean, 2 batters in, it was 2-0, and Burris lit this place aflame, and now Georgia Tech's in a position that they haven't been in very much over the last little while. Now, this offense, we saw them come back from a 10-run deficit against Wake Forest and to win a game. Like, there is a chance that they can come back in this. It's a 2-run game. This is still anybody's
so
game.
much game left.
But it's just stunning how quickly it's happened. And I think more than anything, it's surprising because of the power that Oklahoma has shown, specifically in this inning.
And here's the thing, too. I think it has stunned the Georgia Tech players as well. Like, we talk about the fans. I think the players are a little bit stunned of how quick Oklahoma was able to put up 8 runs.
Well, now they know what it feels like. I mean, this is what they've done to teams all year. That man's not stunned. Skip Johnson.
He stays like that no matter what. At 15 runs, he didn't crack a smile. He put up 8 in an inning. He's the same person whether they're giving up 8 or scoring 8.
What did he say to us when things were going bad? Hey, the sun's going to come up tomorrow. We'll use everybody we can. Everybody's available. Let's go. It's winning ball game. 3-2 again to Brock. And he swings and skies that one. Into left center, it's Burris, the center fielder, who haul it in for 2. 2 outs for Deshaun Harris, who had the base running play of the inning. Going 1st to 3rd on an infield single. Strike. It's 0-1 to Harris. Just the 2nd inning all season that OU has put up 8 runs or more. Harris behind 0-2 now as Underwood tries to settle things in after the Gamble homer. This crowd has recovered a little bit. They know this is a big pitch to get out of the inning and give the offense a chance. For Georgia Tech, the 0-2, swing and miss. Underwood gets out of it, and the inning is over. But OU sends 11 to the plate. They homered 3 times. Brock, the liner to right center. LaChance, the opposite field grand slam. On a little insurance from Trey Gamble. It's 10-8 OU to the 5th. 10-8, Oklahoma has the lead over the number 2 overall seed Georgia Tech as we start the 5th inning here at the Mack East Baseball Park, Russ Chandler Stadium in Midtown Atlanta. Oklahoma's power has been okay in this region. 9 home runs, 6 of them against the Yellowjackets. This is their 4th game trying to come through the loser's bracket to force a Game 7. Trey Gamble has got a couple of those. But now, it's back to work. For the left-hander, Jones. Gavin Jones is going to have to try and shut down this Georgia Tech offense. Alex Hernandez has knocked in a pair. 13 RBIs in the region. And he takes the ball low. It's 1-0. And this is the 3rd. A long home run. His 4th in this tournament. Takes upstairs. It's 2-0. Hernandez, who had largely I think by his standards, down season as a draft-eligible sophomore, is certainly putting on a show as we've gotten into the playoffs.
He's getting hot at the right time for Georgia Tech.
Liner down the right field line, slicing in the corner and going foul into the OU bullpen.
You're Gavin Jones on mound. Your team just finished putting up 8. This needs to be a shutdown inning. Not going to be easy, of course, because of this Georgia Tech lineup. But the thought process is if they're going to earn it, they have to earn it by swinging the bat. You've got 97 miles an hour in the tank in your back pocket. You need to go after hitters. If you're Georgia Tech, you got to get this crowd back on your side quickly.
Fouled away. 2-2. Got behind Cooper Underwood in the last half inning. And Oklahoma is enjoying the peace and quiet, I would say. It's just like being on the plains on a warm summer night. Only the cicadas chirping. I'm making that up. I don't know.
On a plane, you can hear the cicadas?
No, the plains, man.
Oh, the
Like the
planes.
plains.
Oh,
like
see,
the,
I hear you.
come on.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
Swing and a miss. Let's get Hernandez for out number 1.
Now batting the first baseman, number 10, Kent Schmidt.
Good little changeup there.
I don't know if it's the changeup or a slider because I'm trying to see the ball out of the hand, but when you look at the spin rate, it's changeup,
Yeah.
but it is a higher spin rate on a changeup.
It's 1900.
1900.
Yeah. I mean, it's the arm side
Yeah.
movement on it, I think, is what did it. Kent Schmidt bats, takes outside, 1-0.
I mean, he typically likes throwing his changeup as his second most used pitch. Against righties, against lefties, not so much. So typically, just against righties, he'll use that changeup.
Hey, how much fun is this?
Oh, man.
I mean,
This is baseball at its best.
I mean, this is a regional final, man. Like, we've got a seesaw affair. We were kind of waiting for one of these. Schmidt to center field and deep, going back on it at walk, and he cuts the trot in front of the fence in left center for out number 2. Boy, how big would a shutdown inning be here for Jones?
Yeah, we talked about it. That's exactly what you're looking for with your Gavin Jones. You get the shutdown inning. One, you keep the crowd at bay. You don't let them start to get up again and get rowdy. Then you let your offense come back out because right now, everybody's itching to grab a bat. They want to get out there and they want to help out this team.
Parker Brocious hits. You know, if Parker Brocious ever forgets where they are in the order, all he has to do is listen to the fans. He'll know when it's time to go to bed.
They'll let him know.
The most popular number 8 hitter in America. The 0-1. And the count evens. A ball and a strike. One and one the count. Swing and a miss. It's just a ton of depth to it.
It is, especially when you're looking 95, 97 with coming from the left side. Then all of a sudden he just drops the changeup, coming out of the same slot, tunneling those two pitches.
The 1-2. 2-2. Remember, this Oklahoma team finished through the SEC tournament 4-9. They have not looked like a team, even with the loss last night to Georgia Tech, that was not playing well coming into the postseason. And catcher's interference on LeChance, and Brocious is aboard. LeChance had a pass ball earlier and now this, and he's clearly frustrated with himself.
And the chance goes to try to get that ball, and you see it coming right down, catcher's interference. That's going to be an error.
No plate appearance for Brocious. Will Baker bats.
I remember there being another catcher's interference, and I'm wondering
There
if that
was.
was LeChance as well. Yes, it was.
It was, yeah. That's back. That was in the
Against the Citadel, the
first time they played, right? Tying run to the plate. Will Baker with 9 homers fouls it away. It's 0-1. Oh, and 1 the count. The pitch. Outside, it's 1-1. One and one the count to Will Baker. One and one the count to Baker. Check swing misses low. The count 2-1 now to Will Baker as he's ahead in the count.
Against lefties, it's a lot of fastball cutter. He will throw a curveball and the slider. It's going to mostly be that cutter and fastball, though. He'll stick with the heat. Got to be ready. Get the foot down.
2-1. Oh, a perfectly located fastball. Baker didn't like it, but I'm not sure that could have had a better pitch made than that by Jones. Wow. Boy, that was dotted. Maybe he got a little help. with the camera off to the side.
Yeah.
You know. 2-2. Down low, no swing. Oh, the count is full, and now Brocious will be on the move with 2 outs. Georgia Tech batting down a pair in the top of the 5th. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Baker down on strikes. And a shutdown inning for Jones as he keeps Georgia Tech off the board halfway through this one. Oklahoma trying to force a Game 7 tomorrow. Gavin Jones doing the job. It's 10-8 Sooners. The number 1 overall seed is out. St. Mary's needs 10 innings to finish off UCLA 6-5. Cal Poly and St. Mary's in a regional final in LA tonight. That means one of these 4 teams, Gabby, is going to make it to Omaha. Cal Poly, St. Mary's, West Virginia, or Kentucky. Kentucky's been there. Yeah, Kentucky's been there recently.
Yeah, baseball's fun.
Is Kentucky still leading West Virginia? 8-6 to the bottom of the 7th.
6, bottom 7.
West Virginia needs to win today and tomorrow to advance. Those two met in the regional final at the Clemson Regional last year. Dayton Taki leading things off for Oklahoma here. It's been a much better year for the SEC in this tournament than it was last year. It has not been very kind to the ACC. And their best team, Georgia Tech, the regular season and tournament champions, are on the ropes here tonight. Underwood walks the leadoff man in the Oklahoma 5th. They'll bring up Kyle Branch. Single home run in the 4th.
It's going to be interesting, too, how Oklahoma plays this, because you talked about it, right? Once they get the lead, all of a sudden they really try to put the pressure on the other teams.
Yeah, now Taki not really a big threat to run.
No, I'm thinking, are they going to try to bunt? Are they moving guys over? Style of baseball that they're going to play?
I mean,
doesn't look like Branch is going to be bunting at all.
Shattuck up again in the bullpen, the right-hander for Georgia Tech. Lefty is the senior Brett Barfield. And a visit here from Lackey. Wonder if this is stalling
Stall
a little
tactic.
bit.
Yeah. And there's James Ramsey. He's starting to make his way out as well.
The righty at the plate. You would have to think that Shattuck is coming in.
Just saw James Ramsey give the, hey, everybody on the mound, everybody get together with his hands.
And the visit here, he hasn't signaled to the bullpen.
It looks like he did, but it looked like he went
No.
lefty.
Did he go to the lefty? He's going to Barfield then.
Yeah.
And it is. It will be Barfield.
Wait, he's saying, wait, I didn't say anything.
No. He was pointing.
He was pointing to the dugout.
Yeah. Either that. I don't think he wants a change here. He's saying, hold up. Yeah, that's a good call, Gabby. I saw him signal, but I
Yeah.
thought he was pointing at the
I
dugout.
thought he was pointing at the dugout
Yeah,
too, but then all of a sudden
Barfield's
they're like,
standing
wait
there.
a minute. So they are?
I mean, James Ramsey does not get hot about much, but he's clearly upset about something.
I'm wondering what's going on at this point. Because he definitely was pointing at the dugout. He wasn't pointing towards the bullpen.
He is now going to explain to the third base umpire,
Yeah,
Will
he said,
Serena,
"I
I
didn't-"
was not pointing to the bullpen. I was pointing to the dugout. I was pointing to, he's trying to set up the defense, I think, with the number 9 hitter up is what it turns out. You didn't ask. You could see him mouth it. You didn't ask.
Yeah, he definitely is not happy because he didn't point to the bullpen. Usually they would be pointing to the bullpen. If you want somebody, you look at the bullpen and you either give the left hand or the right hand if you have a double barrel action
I
going
think it's
to let
the
them
way
know.
he pointed. He pointed off to his side.
Right, he pointed
like
with his
sometimes
left.
it's the same way that a manager or coach would point, like as they're walking out, right, low, and they'll hold out the left arm and tap it. But he just kind of pointed back towards the dugout as it is. Barfield's coming in, so either there was nothing he could do about it in the end because they'd already entered him into the game, or he was okay with the change. Watch.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
saying, he's
He's
pointing.
He's pointing to try and show, I think, where the infielders to cover in case there's a bunt. Hey, I'm not bringing him in. Wow. Well, I'd like to say I haven't seen that before, but I have.
I have
it's just
seen
been
it
a
too.
while. What? Hey, what happened?
It's funny because both of us have seen that same exact thing happen, and there's nothing that the head coach could do at that point.
And Barfield was up, but not as long as Shattuck had been.
And look, really, Barfield actually does better against right-handed hitters than he does left-handed hitters. Righty's only hitting 170 against him.
His first one he sprays, and it's 1-0. Okay, well.
And the other thing is, too, is that he wanted to give his guys in the bullpen a little bit more time.
One and 0. Ranch squares the bunt and takes a strike. Fouled away by Branch, and the count 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Branch pops it, foul it out of play.
Brett Barfield left it good fastball, 89 to 92 miles an hour. Slider, will throw a changeup, also throw the curveball, so 2 secondary pitches. Against righties, it's a lot of fastball changeups, and you try to back foot that slider.
Senior misses high and the count 2-2.
And now I'm thinking he's going to probably go, he can go changeup away, or he can come slider down and in. does like to throw the changeup to right-handed hitters more than he likes to throw the slider.
2-2 the count to Branch. The pitch. Called strike 3. 1 out.
That's pain. We told you about 2 different options. He went with option C. How about I just paint a 91-mile-an-hour fastball down and away?
One out for Jason Walk in the top of the order. That one gets away from Lackey and moving into scoring position now is Taki. He is there with Oklahoma leading by a pair in the 5th. A wild pitch.
This is what Lackey was trying to get around it, just couldn't. This ball gets pulled. It was a slider. Just pulled it way too much.
Runner bluffs going, pitch down low, 2-0.
Right now, Barfield having trouble with the slider. He's either pulling it or he's just releasing it too late. Gotta think he's got to go back with the fastball here at some point, try to get back into this count.
And there's a strike, it's 2-1. He does get back into the count.
The fastball he's utilizing is really good right now. He's staying down in the zone and he's getting those pitches down in the zone called a strike. So I would just keep pumping those pitches down in the zone, get Oklahoma to swing the bat.
Roller through the right side. It's a base hit. Taki to third. He's coming home. Hernandez throw is in time to get him. What a tag by Von Lackey for out number 2. Whoa!
Well, that gets the fans on their feet. You like the tag. How about the throw by Hernandez? This ball, he absolutely throws it on a rope, but then you see the athleticism by Lackey. Catching that ball and then jumping to make the tag, and there it is, swiping the back of the jersey.
Wow, I thought he missed him, but he got him on the back. What a play, 2 outs. The speedy walk now at second. And that one floated into center field, racing in Burris, and he'll make the catch. And great outfield defense and work by Von Lackey gets Georgia Tech a 0 in the 5th. Alex Hernandez gunning down a man at the plate with a little help from his backstop. 10-8, Oklahoma to the 6th. Alex Hernandez, defense, helping to keep Oklahoma off the board in the 5th.
That was a frozen road to home. Showing off a cannon.
Like, Taki did everything right.
And here's the thing, too. I'm looking at Hernandez in right field. I'm like, man, he's really not trying to come through this ball. Does he not think that they're going to try to score? And it was almost like he was baiting it. Like, if you want to go ahead, because watch what I do. That's something, though, that can all of a sudden get an offense going.
Well, on the top of the order is up for Georgia Tech with them trailing by a pair. Just checking in, here's what's at stake. Georgia Tech has not been to a super regional in 20 years. If they win tonight, they would host one next weekend. They are the top remaining seed in the tournament with UCLA going out. If Oklahoma wins, they force a Game 7 here in Atlanta tomorrow, a winner-take-all game to determine who goes to Super Regionals. Oklahoma, who finished 4-9 through the SEC tournament, has thrown the ball extremely well. I know, Gabby, that they've now given up 17 runs to Georgia Tech over the last 2 games, but This is a team that averages 10 runs a game.
Yeah, on the road.
Well, yeah, and overall in the season, yeah.
And overall in the season.
Actually, I suppose 11 a year.
They have arms, and they have a lot of power arms, and they've been showing their power arms, and they still have other guys in there that could do it.
What's remarkable about this performance from Oklahoma is that their starter, Cameron Johnson, did not retire a batter. He threw 12 pitches, walk, homer, hit by pitch. Now Gavin Jones throws one to the screen for ball 4. And the man that Johnson gave up a home run to, Drew Burris, coming to the plate. Georgia Tech, 50 wins on the season, 24 of them come from behind. Drew Burris, 2-run home run. Back in the first inning, it felt like this was going to be a party. The Sooners have been the party poopers here tonight for a lot of these fans in Atlanta as the first pitch misses outside to Drew Burris. It's 1-0.
I told you I too. That play by Hernandez all of a sudden started to spark this crowd to get up and start to get loud. And then all of a sudden, a walk to start off the inning. Top of the lineup coming up. Drew Burris is up, already hit a 2-run homer here today.
That was a walk with purpose from Skip Johnson. He has a message to deliver. He's the pitching coach in addition to being the head coach for a year. And you could tell he was striding them out. Jones has been pretty efficient. That ball 4 was a little spooky that he threw it to the screen.
And I think that's why he's going out there. And right away, Skip Johnson's going out there to say, hey, you have 95, 97. You're nasty. Know that you're nasty. Stay aggressive. Stay in the zone.
Drew Burris, the all-time home run leader for Georgia Tech, did this back in the first.
And by the way, that's 94 miles an hour painted down and away. And Burris just getting extension and hitting it deep to left. This man can catch up to high heat.
Hear the Yellowjackets chant. Conference over, and he misses away, and it's 2-0 to Burris. Burris striding around home plate confidently now. Bouncer to the left side, and no play for Willits. It's into left field, and the first 2 are aboard for Georgia Tech in the 6th.
He put himself in a tough position to try to make that play because he was basically in an in-between hop. He either has to come get it or he has to play it deep. But where he was trying to make that play, look at where this ball hits. That's an in-between hop. He's trying to get his glove there. He just can't.
Georgia Tech's football coach, Ricky. Yeah, apparently we're doing the Lion King thing here, raising, I don't think his daughter's named Sybil, but the first 2 are aboard. Skip Johnson's going to make a pitching change. Safe to say that coach is like all the other fans, disappointed. Jones walks the leadoff man and gives up a base hit and into the bullpen. And this is L.J. Mercurius, who threw 3 innings yesterday out of the pen to close down the Sooners' win over the Citadel. Tell you about the right-hander in a moment. 10-8 Oklahoma in the 6th. Georgia Tech and Oklahoma playing in the regional final. The winner takes on the winner of the Lawrence Regional. Kansas with the lead on Arkansas. The Big 12 regular season and tournament champions with a chance to get to a super regional. Gavin Jones responsible for the first 2 men, although he's helped to settle things down for OU in this game. But now the heart of the Georgia Tech order will face L.J. Mercurius, who threw 3 innings yesterday and looked very good doing it. The Vegas native with a tremendous changeup.
Very good changeup, very good fastball. Up to 95, 96 with the fastball. Will throw a cutter as well.
First pitch, cut on and missed by Jaron Advincula. He was swinging for the downs, 0-1.
Yeah, that's the changeup. Said the changeup is really good against left-handed hitters. He's going to go to the changeup about 36% of the time.
Fouled away.
He'll throw that fastball too. Fastball about 60% of the time. So basically those two pitches if you're a lefty. Said what he was able to do yesterday. 3 innings, 2-hit baseball, struck out 4.
Advincula pops it up down the left field line. It is a long run by Brock and foul ground. He makes the catch and a big first out here in the 6th. Here's Vaughn Lackey.
Now against righties a little bit different. We'll still throw the changeup. So he will go ahead and throw righty-righty changeups because it is that good. He does like to throw to that inside part of the plate to righties. He'll utilize the fastball. He will also throw the cutter.
Tying runs aboard, 1 out in the 6th. 20 home runs on the year for the All-ACC catcher. Takes a stride, floats in there. It's 0-1. Curse from second, Burris from first. Chopper to short. Willits has it. He'll go to second for 1. That's all they'll get. Mercurius gets Lackey to bounce out. 2 gone. 2 big outs so far in this inning for LJ Mercurius, but now he has to face the leading home run hitter for Georgia Tech in Ryan Zuckerman.
Before that happens, James Ramsey is going to want to have a talk with his big slugger, Ryan Zuckerman. A lot of this, too, is just that gamemanship. With LJ Mercurius out there just making him think just a little bit more. James Ramsey, too, kind of letting him understand, hey, this is what he likes to throw against right-handed hitters. Make sure you're ready for it. Stay back, drive it.
First offensive timeout used by Georgia Tech. They have 2 remaining. First and third, 2 outs for Zuckerman. 2-run single and a walk in this one. The slugger takes upstairs 1-0. He will strike out. As you mentioned, it's massive power at all fields. He can give Georgia Tech the lead with 1 swing. The 1-0. A strike in the count, 1-1. Left the changeup up and then dotted that one, it looked like.
Curious, he will throw a Vulcan changeup. So it's in between the middle finger and the ring finger. And he's going to release it. It's going to usually come into a righty.
Down low, it's 2-1. It spins and moves almost like a sinker in the way that it works. It's less changeup-y, other than the fact that it's got some dive. It's very splitterish, but with more spin. Toss to first and Lackey back. Lackey is a threat to run. I'm not sure that they would chance it here with Zuckerman at the plate.
The only time that you might chance it if he gets into 2 strikes and you say, let's see if we can maybe steal something, but right here, you're letting Zuckerman hit.
2-1. Bouncer to the left side, diving stop by Johnson. Fires to first to get him. A spectacular defensive play by Camden Johnson. And Mercurius leaves the tying runs aboard against the heart of the Georgia Tech order.
Wow, what a play by Cam Johnson. Full extension dive, getting up, throwing a strike over to first.
10-8 Oklahoma as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Oklahoma, the home team tonight here in Atlanta. as they try to force a Game 7 tomorrow. An 8-run fourth inning with 3 home runs, including a Dayton LeChance grand slam. It's helped Oklahoma overcome what was at one point an 8-2 deficit. As Justin Shattuck, the transfer from Rutgers, comes in.
Shattuck, big time arm. 94 to 98 miles an hour on that fastball. Goes right after hitters. Hitters hitting 232 against him. He does have a curveball that he likes to tunnel with that fastball. He'll throw that fastball up. He'll throw that curveball off of that fastball in that tunnel zone.
Dayton LeChance, the first pitch outside, it's 1-0. LeChance, a grand slam the other way, part of that 8-run fourth inning. Here's what it looked like.
It was a fastball a little bit off the plate too, but he just showed off how strong he is. And LeChance is able to take that pitch. It was 104 miles an hour off the bat and still drive it out to right field.
It gave Oklahoma the lead. And the count 2-1. The 2-1. Foul back. It's a hanger with a big rip. 2-2. Chance waiting to climb back in the box until he has to. Trying to encourage himself a little there. Pounding his quads. 2-2. Way outside, and the count is full. Shattuck looked down at his fingers.
Just looks like it kind of didn't get the grip he wanted it to and slipped out. Let's see if he's just going to challenge him here with the fastball, though.
Payoff. Popped up. He did challenge it with the fastball. Drew Burris lost it. Oh, what a play by Parker Brocious to bail out his center fielder who lost it either in the lights or in the Gloman. What a heads-up play by Brocious, who was streaking over.
And that's what you need to do as an outfielder. You're Burris, and he was probably yelling, and we didn't even see it, but he was probably saying, I don't see it, I don't see it. Brocious, though, look where he's going to be able to make this play.
Man.
He's playing left field, and he kept running because he saw it the whole way. He probably noticed, too, that Burris had no idea where that ball was.
We've seen it. I mean, in this,
we've seen some crazy stuff.
Heads-up plays by guys, though, too.
Yes, we have.
Son Harris going first to third because there was nobody covering the base on an infield single. And
guys,
that play by Brocious.
Yeah, Cleveland, too, backing up a third base.
2 incredible defensive plays by third baseman. Like, it has been a whale of a ball game so far. It has been, we've been waiting for this one. My only critique is too many sunglasses on the hats at night.
I'm with you at this time.
Thank you.
There's no need for it.
Pick up Brocious' equipment after that play. 2-1. Hammered to right, going back on it. Hernandez, he can't get it. It's over his head. And Jackson Willits heading to second. He's in there just ahead of the throw. What a throw from Hernandez again. Remember, he gunned down a man at the plate in the last inning, and he nearly got Willits there on what seemed like a sure double.
I guarantee you that right now Oklahoma is looking, going, hey, if a ball gets hit to right field, be careful because this guy has a really good arm. Now, Willits hits this ball extremely well on a line. It was 107 miles an hour off the bat, but look at that throw.
I mean, on the money.
Tries to make the play. If he's able to get that and stay
Yeah.
off and able to get it without having to pick it up, Willits, I think, was still going on that ball to try to get to second. It would have been a different outcome.
Trey Gamble, he homered earlier and takes a strike. It's 0-1, actually, in his last trip. That was run number 10, the third homer of that fourth inning for Oklahoma, not known for their power. They have 3 today. Lackey can't find it, and it's right at the feet of Gamble.
That was a nice block by Lackey, too. That ball looked like it was going to go to the backstop. He was able to keep it in front. Keep Willits at second base.
And I don't even know where to start circling the big moments in this game. I think one we could look back on is Mercurius coming in that last half inning. First and second, nobody out. Heart of the Georgia Tech order on, and him shutting them down. Like, this is what it's all about. It's right, it's 1-2. I just got a message from somebody who said, I can't believe I've been missing out on this. This is better than March Madness.
I would agree with you.
He's not wrong. Like, this is what we've been trying to tell you. This is regional baseball. The NCAA postseason in baseball is lit. Do the kids still say that?
I don't know.
You have kids.
I know I have to text them now and ask them.
Ask them,
if they still-
please.
You might not like their answer.
I don't care. I'm only here for the truth. I can handle disappointment. Well, it's from second. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Gamble knew it. Was not looking for the heater. 2 outs.
Well, you should look for the heater when a guy's on the mound throwing 97 miles an hour, and that's just dotted right on the outside corner. Oh, he knew it.
Two outs, man at second for Brendan Brock. He's homered twice. First pitch, misses low. It's 1-0. Brock solo homer in the fourth. Jump started the OU offense in that 8-run frame. The 1-0. Count evens. The pitch. He's ahead now 2-1 on Shattuck.
Sorry to tell you, they don't say it anymore.
What, and can you ask what they do say? Thank you. This is some excellent producing on your part. Here's the 2-1. Strike, it's 2-2.
Yeah, she didn't even write down anything. She was just like, nope.
Fans on their feet, 2-2, 2 outs, last of the 6th. The pitch from Shattuck. Swing and a miss. Inning over. The righty pitches around a 1-out double. We head to the 7th. Justin Shattuck keeping this a 2-run deficit. 10-8 Oklahoma. This is the regional finals. Sellout crowd in Atlanta at the McNeese Baseball Park. Russ Chandler Stadium, campus of the Georgia Institute of Technology. Midtown Atlanta, OU trying to force a winner-take-all game tomorrow against the number 2 team in the tournament and the top remaining seed in Georgia Tech. If you're just joining us, Georgia Tech had an 8-2 lead in the 4th. This place was going berserk, and OU answered the small ball chaos offense with 3 home runs in the 4th inning, including a go-ahead grand slam from their catcher, Dayton LaChance. They have a 10-8 lead, and since then, no one has scored. And LJ Mercurius on the mound, who threw 3 innings yesterday. As you saw, both LaChance and Brendan Brock, who has a pair of homers in this game. Mercurius threw 3 innings yesterday and got out of a first and second nobody out jam in the top of the 6th against the best hitters in Georgia Tech's lineup, 3, 4, and 5. And now Alex Hernandez, who's homered today and had a huge regional with 4 home runs and an outfield assist at home plate tonight. Taps that to the right side. Could be a tough play for Branch, who shovels to first, 1 out. The NCAA Regionals coverage for all 16 sites continues on ESPN Plus and the ESPN app. For more information, visit ncaa.com, the home for all NCAA championships.
I'll say this. LG Mercurius, that changeup is real. And he keeps throwing it. You know it's coming. Guys just can't really seem to square that pitch up.
Okay, so what do?
You got to think the opposite way. You can't think pull, and you got to give him the fastball.
So you're willing to give away the hit. That has to be really uncomfortable for a hitter.
It is, but that's the only thing. I mean, he keeps throwing it, right? So 3 out of every 5 pitches is going to be a changeup. You got to give to be able to take, right? So you got to give the fastball so you can go ahead and take that changeup and drive it the opposite way.
0-2 the count to Kent Schmidt. Schmidt 0 for 3. Big shift on for the left-handed hitter. Last year's batting champion in the ACC. Takes low, 1-2.
Just that's what he keeps going to. That's the bread and butter pitch, right? The changeup. I get it. That fastball is good. He can make it run up to 95 miles an hour. Fine. I give that to be able to go ahead and be able to hit that changeup that he's going to throw more often.
Down low, 2-2. Driven in the air to left. Going back on it is Brock, and at the fence hauls it in for out number 2.
He did it. He stayed back on that changeup, hit it well, drove it the opposite way. That's the certain plan that I guarantee you they're talking about in there. Hey, he keeps throwing that changeup. We need to be able to make the adjustment if you're Georgia Tech. Now, Oklahoma and LJ Mercurius, now is the time to start thinking, okay, if they're starting to sit on the changeup, what do I need to do? Well, I'm going to start throwing that fastball. Now I need to try to get them on the fastball so that I can get them out with the changeup again.
Parker Brocious takes a strike. The enthusiasm in the Parker Brocious chance has waned as this game has gotten more tense. Normally Georgia Tech fans chanting his name, but right now they are just so tense. I think they're chewing on their fingernails, and that's why they can't use their voice.
They're looking for that one big moment again. They got it in the first inning, and things were going great. But basically, after that 3rd inning, only been able to score 1 run.
1-1. 2 balls and a strike to Brocious. Now the chance starting to pick up. Boy, you can just see how tense every Georgia Tech fan is. 2-2. It's been 20 years since they won a regional. It's been 16 years since they've been up 2-0 in one. James Ramsey, the first-year head coach, hoping his club can come through and rally tonight. Upstairs, LaChance and Mercurius wanted it, and the count is full. And LaChance eyeballing our home plate umpire, Brian Marine.
You can see why.
3-2 to Brocious. 2 outs, nobody on. Georgia Tech down a pair. Down low, ball 4. First walk issued by Mercurius. It snaps a string of 5 in a row retired since he entered the game, and Georgia Tech will use their second offensive timeout, I think. No, in fact, he's going to a pinch hitter. It's a pinch hitter for Will Baker. Well, that's interesting. It's going to be Caleb Daniel who will hit, the sophomore, who split time with Parker Brocious in the outfield for most of the season. Daniel's an accomplished hitter, 9 homers on the year, just under 300 average. Tying run at the plate. He swings and pops it foul and out of play. It's 0-1. Daniel with 2 pinch hit home runs on the season. 2 of his 9 have come off the bench. One and one the count. The pitch outside. It's 2-1 to Daniel with Carson Kearse waiting in the on-deck circle.
Andrew Daniels right now, you would have to think the pitch that he likes to throw, especially if he comes behind in the count, it's going to be that changeup. He got it the first pitch of the at-bat. He's already seen it.
Liner, leaping grab by Branch, and the inning is over. Kyle Branch takes away a base hit. It's time to stretch here in Atlanta. More great defense from OU. 10-8 at the stretch.
It's the College World Series. We're only a couple of weeks away.
Getting closer and closer, Gabby. Desan Harris will lead things off with Oklahoma leading. 10-8 in the bottom of the 7th. Double, a hit by pitch, a run scored. He swings and misses. 1-1. Incredible base running play by Harris in this game. Helped to set up the 8-run inning for Oklahoma.
Yeah, just an athletic team this Oklahoma team has. Up and down the line of guys who can just run, pick them up, and put them down.
Shattuck ahead of him 1-2.
And this is exactly what Shattuck needs to do. Needs to try to put up another 0, get his offense in. If you're Oklahoma, though, you got to get some insurance runs because I don't feel like this 10-8 game is going to end there.
And
That hit him.
It hit him, and
Yeah,
the
it
speedster Harris is aboard to start the bottom of the 7th.
It's interesting to me that Shattuck just goes away from the fastball because he's throwing that fastball and guys aren't catching up to it. I would just, it's one of those things is, hey, if I'm going to keep throwing it until the adjustment is made. I'm not going to go to my secondaries because I don't need to at that point.
Dayton Taki hits. Taki thrown out at the plate trying to score in the 5th on a base hit from Jason Walk. Great speed aboard with Harris. He bluffs going, and the first pitch misses outside. It's 1-0. Murmuring on every pitch in the crowd right now. Harris, 17 of 18 on stolen base attempts. First time he's been hit by a pitch all year. Strike at the knees, it's 1-1. Sorry, Harris has been hit by a pitch in each of the last 2 innings. He had not been hit by a pitch all season long. That's incredible. Second time today. Got a hit in the 4th. 1-1, foul back.
That's the ones you take, though, the ones that bounce and hit you. Those aren't going to be too bad. Thank you very much for that one. Let me go show you how
Did you
fast
dive in front of that one? 98 towards the ribs, I'm going to get out of the way of. But a breaking ball in the dirt, I'm going to smother that.
That one you don't move.
Aiden Taki's mom is just.
Well, she's not pacing now.
No, she's settled in. I don't know how. 2-2 the count to Taki.
This is another close pitch. Yeah, just off the plate. I love the side eye.
The pitch dumped into left field, a base hit, and the first two have reached for Oklahoma here in the bottom of the 7th.
How about Taki, too? I mean, almost the same exact pitch. This one just a little bit more on the plate and goes with it. It's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Same exact location, same exact pitch, actually, and drives it the opposite way. And, woo, let's go.
The deep sigh of relief. And Oklahoma's going to use an offensive timeout as Reggie Willits gathers his hitters and base runners here with Kyle Branch, the number 9 hitter, coming to the plate. This feels like a spot with the top of the order due in the 8th inning for Georgia Tech. Remember, Oklahoma's the home team, even though we are in Atlanta. But this feels like a spot where 1 or 2 more runs would be huge.
Yeah.
And so I would fully expect Branch to be laying a bunt down.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's you're about to get to the top of the lineup. A bunt is the right play here. Yeah, first and second, put the bunt down. You're able to get guys to second and third, and then tell the top of your lineup, let's go. It's time to produce. We need some runs.
The third baseman, Zuckerman, is even with the bag at third. Looks like he's going to stay home. Creeping in a couple of steps. First pitch, Branch bunts and bunts it foul. It's 0-1.
And here's what you would tell Branch, too. You're not trying to bunt for a hit. You need to just execute. Get the bunt down. You're trying to bunt it to third base, so you're trying to bunt it to Zuckerman. You want him to come in and make the play and vacate third base.
Now, for as much as they bunt, there are only 13 sacrifice bunts all season long for Oklahoma. The 0-1. And he bunts that up along first. It's a really good one. Shaddickle underhand to first. And the sacrifice successful, and it puts 2 in scoring position for Jason Walk at the top of the order.
Now batting number 1, Jason Walk.
Jason Walk, extremely fast. A couple of hits here, including a base hit in the 5th that saw Taki get thrown out at the plate. Now a chance for him to break this open.
Walk already with 2 hits here tonight. Had a base hit and RBI back in the 4th.
He's one of the fastest players in the country. And he squares the bunt, pulls back, and swings through it. It's 0-1.
Interesting here, too, because Georgia Tech, now they know they have a really good offense and they can put runs up in a hurry, but middle is playing back. So they're going to concede the runner at third up the middle. They are playing corners in, so anything hard hit to the corners, they're going to be trying to make the play at home.
Have the top of the order due as Walk takes down low. It's 1-1. Georgia Tech has not scored since the 4th inning.
I wouldn't be surprised here if all of a sudden Walk may even lay down a bunt
This
somewhere.
feels like a drag bunt possibility,
Yep.
right? Instead, he shoots that one. Diving stop Zuckerman. He will throw him out at first. It gets a run home. OU's lead 11-8, but another sparkling defensive play for the Georgia Tech third baseman. 2 outs.
I thought that ball was getting past Zuckerman. He used every bit of that 6'4" frame to make this play. Full extension on the dive. Of course, Oklahoma, they're going on contact, and he's still able to get up and get Walk out, but that was still a productive out if you're Jason Walk, because you ended up getting an RBI and a run across.
Hit a walk and a run scored in 4 trips to the plate for Camden Johnson. The third baseman bats 11-8 OU. Breaking ball strike, it's 0-1. Oklahoma win forces a winner-take-all game tomorrow here in Atlanta for the regional. Georgia Tech with a win advances to Supers. Going down low. One and one the count. Swing and a miss. A fastball at 97, and it's 1-2.
You got to just stay with it. I'm not getting off that pitch, especially after that swing. Laid on the fastball. No reason to speed up his bat.
Tech fans to their feet with 2 outs in the 7th. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the high heater, and the inning is over. Oklahoma gets an insurance run to the 8th. Top of the order due for Georgia Tech, trailing 11-8. Weird to be thinking in an 11-8 game that defense is our feature, but it's been incredible tonight. A huge double play in the first inning. Jackson Cleveland got out of a jam. This amazing catch from Ryan Zuckerman. Alex Hernandez gunning a guy down at the plate. And then Camden Johnson clearly saving a run. Parker Brocious heads up, and Ryan Zuckerman may have saved a second run on that play. Just some incredible defensive work at it.
On both sides, too, right? It's not just one side, both sides playing great defense, making some really nice plays, saving runs. We've seen everything in this ball game.
Dayton LaChance needs a new catcher's mask. That's the delay. For once, it's not a pitch communication issue. No, it's a pitch protection issue. Gives the fans more time to enjoy Carson Curse's walk-up music.
We love it. I love how everybody gets into it and everybody has their own thing. Right?
What was it? I said lit, and your girls said no. They said
It's
low.
No, it's low-key fire.
Low-key fire. That's what it is. Yeah,
Apparently.
the atmosphere here is low-key fire.
It's low-key fire. I don't know why it's low-key.
You know, low-key everything now. Even stuff that's high-key is low-key. Which pitched it? Carson Curse. So what it was.
You're going to get a text score.
Yeah,
What are you
you
guys
absolutely
talking
are
about?
going to get that and be like, how old are you? And we're going to be like, old enough to not say low-key fire. Curse lines it into right center field. The leadoff man aboard to start the Georgia Tech 8th. And here comes Drew Burris. Remember, first and second, nobody out for the top of the order back in the 6th. Georgia Tech couldn't score. Here in the first, Drew Burris gave Georgia Tech a 2-0 lead. It was decidedly more than low-key fire at that moment. Trying to get the embers burning again here in the stands at McNeese Baseball Park. Big night for Burris. Takes the ball 1-0.
And now all of a sudden, too, you started to see LG Mercurius. He's trying to change it up now. Now he's utilizing the fastball a little bit more, especially after last inning. We realized guys are starting to sit on the changeup.
Ripped foul. And the count 1-1. 46 pitches for Mercurius yesterday, 31 so far today. Now, well, he was a starter for most of the year. I don't know exactly how that taxes the body doing it over 2 days. Takes a strike and the count 1-2.
He's still throwing 94, 95 miles an hour, right? So I don't think that Skip Johnson really trusts anybody else right now out of that bullpen more than Mercurius.
The junior transfer from UNLV has looked very good in this region. He's ahead in the count 1-2. Burris goes down on strikes, 1 out.
Now batting number 2.
Just elevating the fastball, climbing the ladder. Burris, very aggressive, especially with high fastballs.
Gabby, Georgia Tech has so much firepower in their lineup, but it really feels like this inning, with their best hitters up, is their best chance to capitalize. Ball gets away, and hustling to second is Curse on the wild pitch.
Yeah, but they do also have guys in the bottom of the lineup that have been putting up some big numbers.
But if you're not going to post, if you
right
don't
now
get a
is where
run
you need to
here,
start
you've
going.
got to start getting something going.
Right, you're down to 5 outs.
And if you're Oklahoma, if you can get through this stretch and get through Lackey without allowing anything, you're going to feel good about your chances of forcing Game 7 tomorrow night. 1-0 to Advincula. The pitch. Upstairs, 2-0, Advincula. A guy that the Oklahoma coaches have circled as a very difficult out. He was the ACC batting champion this year. Second in the nation in hitting overall. Takes outside, it's 3-0, excuse me.
Now, if you're Mercurius, though, you got to realize that you cannot walk Advincula because of who you got coming up after in Lackey. Because Lackey can definitely make the ball disappear, and that will tie the ball game up with one swing.
High strike, it's 3-1.
Right now, if I'm Jaron Advincula, I'm looking for the fastball because I know that he doesn't want to put me on because of Lackey behind me.
Well-located heater, and the count is full.
And now it's when it starts to get a little tricky just because of how good he can throw that changeup. Right, so now you really have to turn the field around. You have to think left center field, and if he throws you the changeup, you can still pull it.
Just 16 strikeouts on the year for the second baseman for Georgia Tech. And he bounces that one to short. Willits has it. He double clutches, but throws to first in time to get Advincula for out number 2. It'll move Curse to third. And here's Vaughn Lackey. More than anything, that out ensures that the slugging catcher will not be the potential tying run. Lackey 0 for 3 tonight. A homer each of the last 2 days. Takes a strike, it's 0-1. The advantage Georgia Tech is in is that they have 2 chances to win this regional. Oklahoma needs to win tonight or their season is over. Lackey fouls it at the plate. It's 1-1. Maybe a little over anxious there.
It's just really good pitches. Really curious. He has that changeup working, and he's dotting that outside corner with it. He threw it for strike 1. He goes right back to that same location for strike 2. And if you're thinking pool, that's what you're going to do. Lackey has so much power, too, that he can hit it out to center and right center. I would think that he would try to kind of change the field up a little bit here.
0-2 the count. Curse from third, the pitch. Outside. A home run doesn't really matter, though. They need more base runners. They'd love to cash in Curse. This is the best 2-strike hitting team in the nation. Down low, 2-2, hitting almost 260 on the season. The national average is in the 180s. So they're very difficult to punch out. The 2-2, and the count goes full, and the leading home run hitter for Georgia Tech on deck in Ryan Zuckerman. Oklahoma 11, Georgia Tech 8. Curse from third, the payoff. Inside, ball 4. And the tying run will come to the plate, and it is Ryan Zuckerman. His fans are trying to get loud. There is still so much tension in what's going on. There is tossing in the bullpen now for Oklahoma.
Rally caps are on. For Zuckerman, same exact thing with Von Lackey. If he saw the way that Von Lackey was getting pitched, he's going to probably get pitched to very similarly.
First pitch. Takes a strike. Changed. It's 0-1. The tension in this place is incredible. A strike on the outside corner. 0-2. Fastball velocity starting to dip a little bit, but he's still dotting up.
He's 93 with the fastball, but still it's dotting up on the outside. He's dotting up the changeup out there as well.
Those strikeouts in the lineup are Zuckerman's. More than 80 on the year. Swing and a miss. Mercurius gets him. And the junior turns away Georgia Tech in the 8th. Oklahoma closing in on forcing a Game 7. They lead Georgia Tech 11-8 through 7.5. Bottom of the 8th inning, Oklahoma 11-8. Basically everyone in the country who didn't have gear with a wagon wheel on it or knew the words to Boomer Sooner thought that Georgia Tech was going to roll through this regional. Oklahoma has had other ideas tonight. They have really been a fly in the ointment for Georgia Tech as Dayton LeChan swings at the first pitch and laces a base hit to left field to start the bottom of the 8th. The Sooners, with an 8-run 4th inning, have been in control of this game since, trying to force a Game 7 tomorrow night.
We were talking about it too when Oklahoma was playing the Citadel order today, and Dayton LeChan still hadn't gotten a hit, and then all of a sudden he started to get a couple of hits, and we said if Oklahoma wants to win this, or if they try to win this, they need him to come through. And all of a sudden that bat's getting hot real quick.
I should clarify, it'll be some point tomorrow if there's a Game 7. We do not have a game time yet. Could be tomorrow night, could be tomorrow afternoon. Probably won't be tomorrow morning, but you never know. We did have a 10 a.m. start yesterday with a triple header, so.
Yeah, that was a long one.
Don't act like you didn't enjoy it.
I enjoyed every bit of it.
Jackson Willits, 1 for 3 with a double, takes a strike. And the count 0-2. Shattuck's 0-2. Just got a piece, and that took a bite out of Von Lackey. Georgia Tech's offense struck so quickly in the 3rd inning. They got a run in the 4th, and it has been silenced by the Oklahoma arms since then. Alex Hernandez is set to lead off the 9th, then Kent Schmidt. And then Parker Brocious. 6, 7, and 8 in the Georgia Tech order. They're chasing 3 right now. Oklahoma would love to hack on at least one more here in this inning. Willits fouls it back. Chance not a threat to run. Willits behind 0-2. And he fouls away again. Good battle here with 2 strikes by Jackson Willits, and Shattuck reaching the 45 pitch mark.
Yeah, for Shattuck. Not seeing that 97, 96 anymore. He's dropped down a little bit to about 94. Still hard.
They're trying to get through this inning without having to use Mason Patel, their relief ace. Willits into right center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. LeChance stopped at second. And the first two are aboard for Oklahoma. Boy, LeChance did not get a real good read on that, Gabby. It felt like where that was located, he should have been at third base easily.
Yeah, I don't think he got a read on it at all as that ball was going. I don't know if maybe he didn't see where it was or he thought it was going to get caught, but off the bat it looked like it was going to be down, and he should have been at third base. So there he goes. He's not really running it soft, and then he's just basically going station to station.
Either that or he's terrified of Alex Hernandez's arm at this point.
That could be something too.
He threw out a guy at the plate and nearly threw out Willits on a double earlier.
And we talked about it too. I'm like, all of a sudden Oklahoma's going to start saying when the ball gets hit to right field, we might have to shut it down.
Reggie Willits has gathered the Oklahoma offense, their second offensive timeout. This is a chance for them to tack on a key run here against Shattuck. Mound conference is over. Offensive timeout over. Trey Gamble, who has a home run today and a couple of hits. Will he be trying to move?
I would not think that they're going to go ahead and say Gamble. Well, we're going to go with the
see
lefty,
a new pitcher here to face Gamble. So James Ramsey, this time emphatic in who he was choosing for the bullpen.
right away.
Makes a pitching change. Lefty coming in for Georgia Tech. We'll tell you more about Caden Campbell next. Oklahoma trying to break it open in the 8th. Fourth inning, big inning for Oklahoma. Brandon Bach made it 8-3 with his solo homer to right center. Dayton LeChance's grand slam gave them the lead. And then Trent Gamble's home run gave them an extra insurance run to make it 10-8. Look at that, the second biggest inning of the season, the most runs Georgia Tech's allowed in a season, in an inning this season, excuse me. 3 homers for OU. I thought Georgia Tech was the power hitting team.
Not in this regional right now. OU is showing off the power of this whole entire regional.
New pitcher Caden Campbell is on. Lefty will try and snuff out this rally.
Caden Campbell does better against lefties than he does righties. Why he's in this situation. Fastball, he'll throw a sinker off that fastball. Has a changeup, will also throw a slider. Against lefties, it's basically forcing fastballs up, and he tries to throw the sinkers in underneath the hands.
Campbell started his college career at Louisville, transferred to Georgia Tech last year. There's Shattuck. Nearly 50 pitches tonight for the right-hander. Is responsible for 2 men on. This is Oklahoma's chance to take full control of this game. Trey Gamble, 2 for 4 with that home run you saw as part of that 8-run 4th inning. Two homers in this regional for the left-handed hitting DH. Zuckerman pinched in at third, expecting Gamble to bunt. And he squares and he bunts. And it's a really good one. Tough play for Lackey, who will throw him out. Boy, Lackey made that look easy.
That is not easy when you have a base runner in front of you. You're grabbing it barehanded and making that throw. Bunt down that first base line. Now look at Lackey as he gets up and pounces on it. He barehands it, and now he has to throw it over Gamble, who's right in front of him as he's running.
No time to try and clear the lane. The infield's going to come in for Georgia Tech here. James Ramsey is going to make a pitching change with the righty Brock coming up. So Campbell gets the one man he faces. And back to the bullpen right away. Oklahoma trying to salt this away in the 8th and force a Game 7. They lead 11-8 in the 8th. Gabby, it has been a a lot of fun this evening watching this one unfold, and Oklahoma trying to force a Game 7 here as the Notre Dame transfer Caden Spivey comes in.
It's kind of one of these shocking moments, right? Because in the game, how it was going, especially early on, OU been playing a lot of baseball, had to play a doubleheader again here today. And when it seemed like it was 8-2 and the game was all on Georgia Tech's side, OU said not too fast and ends up scoring 8. Been fun, and not only that though, the bullpen of Oklahoma to be able to come in the way that they did and shut down after those first 3 innings. This Georgia Tech lineup, that's been the most impressive part for me.
Yeah, absolutely. LJ Mercurius, Gavin Jones, they have shut the door on the top offense in the country. I mean, you see, give up 8 runs, but you have to hold them to it. And listen, Oklahoma's used to playing this game. They played this game in the SEC just about every week. They won a series against one of the best offenses in the country, Texas A&M, and one of those games was 8-7. I think another was 12-11. So they have played in these fights before. Brendan Brock will hit.
Yeah, these are the situations, too, that I would think you go ahead and walk the runner.
Infield running in. First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1.
But I don't feel like you can because of who you have on deck in Harris, because he's too fast that you're not going to really be able to turn the double play with him.
I think if you're having Harris at the plate with 1 out, you're just inviting all sorts of trouble, whether it's a double play or a safety squeeze or a base hit through a drawn in infield. Brock lines it to right center. Hernandez can't get there. It's a base hit. LaChance will rumble home. An RBI single for Brendan Brock. What a night for the transfer, and it's 12-8 Oklahoma in the 8th.
Boy, Brock has just been delivering all night long. Already had a 2-homer game, and this is a big one. A line drive hitting the opposite way. Hernandez almost able to come up with it. Luckily, he's able to short hop pick it and get up and throw it in. But that could have been really bad for Georgia Tech. For Oklahoma, they keep rolling and keep on putting those insurance runs on the board.
And this feels like a spot for a safety squeeze with the speedy Desan Harris up. One more run would get him out of slam range. Slap foul. It's 0-1.
I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden you see him bring it over with him. Punt it down that first base line.
You know, we gave all the credit to Jones and Curious, and really we should give a lot of credit to Jackson Cleveland too. His line ends up not looking good, but he entered a game in the first inning. Cameron Johnson threw just 12 pitches. Harris in the air to left. Brocious gets behind it. Runner tagging from third. Makes the catch. Tagging and coming home. And a huge sac fly for Harris makes it a 5-run lead for Oklahoma in the 8th. And the Sooners can smell a Game 7 tomorrow night.
Yeah, this one was a weird one too, because it looked like Brocious was all over it, and you want to get behind this if you're a left fielder. That way your momentum is going, but it looks like he just misplayed it. He needed to take an extra step back, and as he's catching, come through that ball so that he has momentum throwing that ball home.
And that last second adjustment to go back a step got him on his heels. And here's Dayton Taki. 2 for 3 tonight. Skip Johnson's team. What did he say? The sun come up tomorrow. The sun might be rising on the Sooners tomorrow with one more night in Atlanta and another chance for them tomorrow to keep their season alive. They lost yesterday. They have played 4 games in 2 days now and gone 3-1 if they hold on to this one. Think about that. 10 a.m. yesterday because of rain out. Played the late game last night, lost to Georgia Tech. Trying to win 2 games today and force a Game 7. 2-1. It has been a gutting performance. Down and in. If they finish this off by 10 p.m. Eastern, okay, that'll be 3-1 record in 36 hours. Is this the Patriot League? We're going to play 4 games in a weekend? Come on. 3-1. And the count is full to Taki. 2 outs, man at first. 2 runs home for Oklahoma. They lead Georgia Tech 13-8. Also, we thought 9 runs might not win this game. It's got a chance to now.
It might. It really might. The
9
way
may
that
have
this
been the
bullpen's
number.
been throwing.
Runner goes, the pitch fouled back by Taki. We'll do it again.
My only thought is McCurry's going to stay out there? Is he going to still be on that mound? We talked about it. Just pitched yesterday, pitched today now. Ton of pitches. Doesn't look like he's sitting down. Look like he's walking. He's nodding his head. He looks like he wants to go. He has his glove in hand.
He was running down to the bullpen earlier. Runner goes again, and Taki hooks it foul. Pitch of the at-bat upcoming for Taki. Pitch from Spivey. Down low, ball 4. It's a walk. And the inning continues. Number 9 hitter Branch will bat.
Now batting number 6, Kyle Branch.
James Ramsey right now basically looking at his outfield, and he's telling them, everybody come in. Right? Anything that gets past the infield, you got to be able to get that ball and throw it to home and try to get the out.
Branch takes up and in. It gets off the glove of Lackey, and 2 more move into scoring position for Oklahoma. A wild pitch. Now, right now, if you're Georgia Tech, you just need Spivey to try and get through this on as few pitches as possible.
94 miles an hour, just up and in. Now you would think with Lackey behind the plate, very athletic to be able to make it, but remember too, the way that he sets up, it's to steal pitches. So anything that really goes up and out, it's going to be tough for him to be able to get to.
Matt Taylor, the pitching coach for Georgia Tech, will use their 5th mound visit. Only allowed 6 without making substitutions before you run out. If we do play a Game 7 tomorrow, Oklahoma would be the home team again.
Interesting.
Because Georgia Tech has already been the home team twice. So it has to balance out. And Oklahoma was the visitor today against the Citadel, I believe, right?
Yes, they were. They were only home against the Citadel.
So they're home 2-2. They have been a.
They were the away team against Georgia Tech,
Yep.
and they were the visiting team against the Citadel. Even it out.
So this is interesting.
I'm interested in talking with Skip Johnson too, and trying to think if there's any possibility of Cam Johnson coming back and maybe starting tomorrow.
1-0 the count. Pitch in the dirt. Yeah, it would be interesting if they went back to Johnson. I mean, they
It's
could.
a good arm. You know, hey, you already felt it out there. That what's the worst that could happen? Look, still won. Gave him some confidence. Say, listen, tomorrow you only threw 12 pitches. we're going to put you back out there.
Yeah, he's seen the environment now. It's not a bad idea. It wouldn't surprise me entirely.
And you can do the same exact thing that you did today, right? Okay, it didn't work. You already have somebody warming up early. There's that possibility that could happen.
Tell you what, this has been a pretty gritty performance for Oklahoma all day.
I agree.
2-1. Branch, Tapper up along third. Going to be a tough play. Spivey will have to eat it. Another run scores. It's 14-8 Oklahoma in the 8th.
Yeah, that's one there, though, that Spivey has to just let go because there's not going to be a play anywhere. You let that ball go and you see, hey, maybe it goes foul. Maybe there was a little bit of English on this ball because it was hit and jammed. So you let this ball go and you play it back because there is not going to be a play anywhere if you go ahead and you grab it in fair territory.
James Ramsey's going back to the bullpen here with 2 outs in the 8th as things unraveling in this inning for Georgia Tech. 3 runs home for Oklahoma, and they're still threatening with 2 outs in the 8th inning. They lead Georgia Tech 14-8, bottom of the 8th, regional finals. Pre-party for Omaha is Super Regionals. Kansas 3 outs away from punching their ticket. Will they host Oklahoma if they hang on to beat Arkansas, or will they be traveling to Atlanta? Right now, it looks like we will need tomorrow to decide that. The Sooners have opened up a 6-run lead here in the 8th inning over the number 2 overall seed. Number 1 went down today. UCLA, who lost twice to St. Mary's in their regional, defeated by the Gales. And that means that Georgia Tech is the top team left. And while they have a game to play with, they are minutes away, it would seem, from using that and losing all advantage. And Gabby, there is nothing more exciting than a Game 7. And I realize it's not the 7th game between these teams, but it's the 7th game of a regional, and it plays the same as a Game 7 in baseball or basketball or hockey at the professional level. It is, it is one of the most heart-pounding, heart-stopping events in college sports is a Game 7.
Yeah, played in them, and emotions run high. You get to, it's that gut check time of saying, hey boys, lose and we go home, and we need that season to continue.
Adam McKelvey trying to get the final out here in the 8th inning for Georgia Tech, facing Jason Walk. The leadoff hitter knocked in a key insurance run, and he robbed of a base hit on a fine play by Ryan Zuckerman in third. This game had so much tension for so long, but Oklahoma has taken a lot of the drama out of it here in the 8th. And they tack on another run on the walk base hit. Coming home to score is Taki, and it is 15-8 Oklahoma.
What a difference a couple days just made, because today they weren't able to hit with runners in scoring position early on. All of a sudden today against the Citadel, they flipped the script, hitting with runners in scoring position the whole entire game. Then what did they do today right now against Georgia Tech? Same exact thing. They've carried that momentum over, hitting with runners in scoring position, getting guys in, moving guys over.
The most runs that Georgia Tech has allowed all season in a game, and it comes when they had a chance to punch their ticket to Super Regionals. It was 8-2 Georgia Tech at one point. I mean, when it was 8-2 Georgia Tech, did you think this was what it was going to look like?
No, I did not.
I don't think anybody could have. I don't think even the most optimistic Sooner fan believed that this kind of offensive output would come against the number 2 team in the tournament. A strike, and the count 1-1. 16 for 33 with men in scoring position over the 2 games today.
And what were they? I think they were 1 for 15.
1 for 15
in the first
two
games. Completely just flipping that.
I wouldn't count on that continuing tomorrow. I think we may have a pitch timer violation here. This one a little less dramatic than the last one. Remember when that happened?
Was that this game?
Trey Gamble had a base hit that was called back because of a pitch timer violation. He ended up striking out. I thought that was going to be a huge moment in the game, and then what happened? Oklahoma's offense has gone bonkers. On the ground to second, and that should do it for the 8th. Johnson grounds out. 4 more for Oklahoma. They're 3 outs from forcing a Game 7. It's 15-8 Sooners. Let's take a look at tonight's Capital One rewarding performance. Some love for the Oklahoma bullpen, and specifically Gavin Jones and L.J. Mercurius tonight.
They have completely shut down the Georgia Tech offense. They have been throwing everything at will, have been spotting their pitches, and Georgia Tech hasn't been able to do anything against them. Only 2 hits in the 5 innings for both of these men.
5 base runners total, and Mercurius, who went 3 innings yesterday, is going to try and close it out for Oklahoma tonight. He's got plenty of cushion, leading 15-8. We know there'll be a Game 7 in Morgantown tomorrow. Kentucky and West Virginia will play. There'll be a Game 7 in Gainesville where Troy and Florida will play. We know that there'll be Game 6 and 7 tomorrow in Tallahassee, potentially a Game 7. Florida State is now tied Northern Illinois at 4 in the 8th inning, trying to stay alive as Alex Hernandez takes a strike here. Georgia Tech needs a big inning to prevent a Game 7 here in Atlanta on a Monday night. Hernandez a 2-run homer in this. And he takes outside the count 1-1.
I think the biggest thing for Georgia Tech is, I mean, that's a lot of runs, 7 runs, but if you're able to at least get a couple, at least you feel good of like, okay, we finally got the offense going again.
0-2.
I will say it's a positive bunch, 1 through 9. But these are the ones that hurt. When you put up 8 runs, you think everything is fine, everything is good, and then all of a sudden, just go cold.
Down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think the biggest surprise to me in this, I mean, this is OU, we know has a good offense. I'm surprised they had 3 homers. There's a lot of surprises in this game. I'm not surprised that Oklahoma is in position to win this game. I mean, this is a good team.
It's a very good team.
But the biggest surprise to me is that Georgia Tech has not scored since the 4th inning.
Yeah.
It's called strike 3. Hernandez down on strikes and not happy with the call from Brian Marine for out number 1. Marine handled that very well. We've seen a couple of ejections today from players in other regions. Trey Phelps for Georgia.
And that's something that,
And Harrison for ASU.
that Georgia Tech and the coaches are telling their players, enough. Don't say anything, because if you get tossed now, you're not playing tomorrow.
Yeah. And in Brian Marine's defense, too, I mean, he made a great decision when Trey Gamble was really hot earlier in this game and let him have his say. As Schmidt flies to the warning track in left for out number 2. Second time he has flied to the warning track tonight in left field. And the last chance for Georgia Tech is Parker Brocious. Oklahoma and L.J. Mercurius are 1 out away from forcing a Game 7 tomorrow in Atlanta. The number 2 team in the nation in this tournament is being pushed to a winner-take-all if Oklahoma can record just 1 more out. Still some Hardy fans chanting Parker Brocious' name. 1 for 2 tonight for the left fielder. Popped up, foul and out of play. It's 1-1.
Tell you what, Ken Smith might have to go do a little bit of push-ups. I feel like he's hit 3 balls to the warning track today.
Well, he hit another one, million miles foul.
Then he hit one way deep foul. I mean, he's been hitting the ball well, just has nothing to show for it today.
High strike, it's 1-2. Brocious thought it was up. I don't think he was putting down. Did you think he said he can't give him up and down? Skip Johnson
Gotta just stay quiet.
putting in the sign. Last thing you need to do is get tossed in a 7-run game in the 9th with Game 7 tomorrow. Fouled off his foot. Brocious stays alive. LJ Mercurius. 46 pitches yesterday, approaching 60 today. Yeah, did you see that? One pitch, that's what he said. One stinking pitch, that's what he said. Kind of.
Paraphrasing, just a little bit.
You get the gist.
You get it.
The 1-2. Brocious pops it up. Shallow center. Coming in is Walk. And Oklahoma has forced a Game 7 in Atlanta. They rally from an 8-2 deficit to stun Georgia Tech tonight. 15-8 the final. Winner take all for regionals tomorrow here on the Flats.
What a gutsy performance by Oklahoma. Having to play all these games continuously and going out there being down 8-2 and saying, don't worry, we got this. Their style of baseball came out again, hitting with runners in scoring position. And now they're looking at it saying, we just need one more game.
Oklahoma still alive. 3-1 in 4 games played in a 36-hour span. They win tonight, and the Sooner fans that made the trek to Atlanta very happy this evening, and we get a Game 7.
Oh, baby. For all the marbles tomorrow. You don't know what time, but it will be tomorrow.
We know where, we know who's playing, and we know that the Oklahoma Sooners season is still alive. Here's the bracket. Winner take all tomorrow here in Atlanta, and a chance for Oklahoma to eliminate number 2. The final tonight, 15-8, Oklahoma wins. And what an incredible performance. And we are very pleased to be joined now by the left fielder slash catcher for the Oklahoma Sooners, Red and Brock. Want to play one more game?
Oh yeah, we're excited.
Hey, let's talk about your offensive performance. A pair of home runs tonight. It felt like that home run that you hit, the first one, got something clicking. What was your approach in that at bat, and what were you able to take over?
I was just staying simple. I mean, I was just trying to hit the ball to the second baseman because they were giving me that gap, and that opened up a lot of things for me. So, I mean, earlier in the week, I was trying to get big, and I was just trying to keep it simple, and it worked out.
Well, don't look at him. Don't let him win. So you stay looking forward, just letting you know that a boy. What I want to know is, what were you guys talking about? You guys are down 8-2. What are you saying to one another in that moment to say, hey, we need to give everything we got here?
Yeah, I mean, we just kept saying we got to believe. I mean, with our offense, there's, no team that could beat us. So, I mean, we believed it, and then we did it. So it was awesome.
You know, Jackson Cleveland has been in everybody's mug when they've done a post-game interview. He just ran down the line. He was the one that was telling you not to look at him. But his performance tonight, how important was that to help settle the game down in the first?
Yeah, I mean, that was awesome. I mean, he definitely sparked something for us on the offensive side. So, I mean, he's always reliable. I love seeing him on the mound.
Do you ever want to play 4 games in 36 hours again?
Hey, I mean, yeah.
Was this awesome? What were the last 2 days like? Because it takes back, because you guys got rained out the other night, right? You were hanging out in the football facility for seemingly forever. So what's the trip to Atlanta been like for you guys?
It's been awesome. I mean, that delay, kind of gave us some rest. So we came back ready to go. And so, yeah, it's been great. The atmosphere's been awesome. So we're really blessed to be here.
Yeah, and you're going to get a chance to go to a super regional if you can win tomorrow night. Reddy, congratulations on a big night and a big win for the Sooners.
Thank you.
Brendan Brock joining us as Oklahoma beats Georgia Tech tonight. There's Jackson Cleveland, one of the stars out of the bullpen tonight for OU, as they survive and they force a Game 7 with the Georgia Tech Yellowjackets, the number 2 seed in the tournament. Skip Johnson's team will take on James Ramsey tomorrow here in Atlanta. There was power on display for both teams. There was outstanding defense. What a night. Hopefully it's a precursor to one that's even better. Game 7 tomorrow. For Gabby Sanchez and our incredibly hardworking crew in Atlanta, I'm Mike Farron. Thank you for joining us. Game 7 tomorrow. The Oklahoma Sooners beat Georgia Tech 15-8. We will talk to you then. Good night.